Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I loved it.
My name's Jay Milne. #Blue.
Our sports update deliverer, the Coon.
I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up today. You know what, Reid? You might be on to
All right, here's what's going on in the Nest.
All right, CFL season starts tonight. Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Final tonight. Our guaranteed to be correct CFL predictions. I have mine right here on these sheets of paper. Well, these aren't all predictions. There's other stuff as well. And we have a story of speculation concerning your Edmonton Oilers. Mark Spector with Sportsnet published this on the website earlier today. The first line of the story, maybe one that some of you are glad to hear. Darnell Nurse and the Edmonton Oilers are headed for a breakup. I think, Jay, we'll read some of the stuff from the story. I think the basic message of this story is that if Darnell Nurse isn't traded this summer, he'll be traded at some point in the next year. Darnell Nurse has a no-trade clause, but next offseason it changes to a 10-team list that he could approve a trade to. Spec says he talked to several current and former employees, which all those conversations led to the same place. The Oilers are ready and willing to trade Nurse as soon as they are able. Spec also writes, sources confirm that Oilers GM Stan Bowman will be speaking with Nurse in the coming days about his wishes. Nurse declining to comment. Bowman said he wouldn't speak to the media before meeting with the player and likely not afterwards either. So we know the story with Nurse. Does make a lot of money, $9.25 million. Can be plagued by inconsistent play. I still think he's quite a good NHL player. There's not a lot of offensive. His point total is actually pretty respectable. I think he can be sometimes a frustrating player with the puck. When he plays well, though, he's a pretty good player, whether he's worth 9.25 or not. So let me ask you this, Jay: is this just now where we are at with the is this like, because there's all this? Well, okay, McDavid 2 years. Do you have to trade him next year if he doesn't want to commit further? Like all this kind of stuff. Now, I know a lot of people aren't going to trust Stan Bowman to do this. I'm not sure I do. But are we in partial teardown mode? Are we like, okay, they got close. They had a peak. Like I think the team in 2023 was pretty good. They lost to Vegas in the second round. Mm-hmm. They made it to the Cup Final and lost. They made it to the Cup Final and lost. Did they have a little 3-year peak and now they've dropped off? And it's not rebuilding time, but it's spruce it up time, renovation. Like you got
tweaking.
You got a part like 5 years or 15 years ago when you bought the house, you loved that countertop. You loved that countertop. Mm. That's the exact countertop you and your wife dreamt of having in your kitchen.
Quartz or marble?
Yeah. Now it's like, you know what? I don't know. Do we need something a little newer? Doesn't
Maybe something a little more fresh looking?
You don't need to move. You don't need to tear the whole house apart.
That's a great analogy.
But you need to tweak some areas of the house. So are we like in partial teardown mode? Okay, Darnell, like it hasn't worked with you. Maybe you're ready to go. There's a portion of the fan base that's going to make your life miserable and criticize everything you do, no matter what. You do make a lot of money. Like if Bowman says, I am going to trade you next summer, does that make Darnell say, okay, trade me this summer? No, Nurse can shut this down, obviously. Mm-hmm. Players have contracts. We have seen some players waive. I mean, Arvidsson had to. Or not Arvidsson, Mangiapane had to. Well, no, Arvidsson too, but Mangiapane did it during the season. Did Mangiapane have a no trade? No, I can't even remember. But yeah. Arvidsson did going into last offseason.
Sure he did.
So they can be waived.
But didn't Nurse already do this? Didn't Nurse shut down talks last summer?
I don't remember what happened last summer.
But here's the thing, Reid. Okay,
but if Spec's writing this, he has enough to go on.
And Elliot Friedman did repost this as well.
Right.
So, I mean, usually where there's smoke, there's fire. Okay, That's fine. That's been speculated for quite a while that this was going to happen this summer. So, okay, let's say, Reid, that you want to change the countertop in the kitchen.
Right.
Maybe roll a paint of coat on the cupboards. Right? Spruce it up. Make it look good. But then after you're all done, you're like, did we really upgrade? Did we really make our house brighter, warmer, whatever you're looking for? Or did we just make a change for making a change? The reason I'm saying that is it's also believed that wherever Darnell Nurse or whatever happens here, that the Oilers would likely be on the hook for part of that salary.
Right.
So let's say that number's $2 million. Okay.
So you got to retain.
You got to retain. Then you go and get a $5.5 million D-man.
Right.
You're retaining $2 on Darnell. Are you at the same spot and maybe you've made now a lateral trade?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe they just need someone with a different outlook.
Or is it just a sense of change for change? Change is good.
Well, I don't think you can do change for change's sake. I think that's what Stan Bowman did with the goaltending.
This smells exactly the same, Reid. How are the Oilers going to come out of this? My question is, okay, go ahead and do this. But it's like, hey, we want to sell our house because the housing market is hot. Mm-hmm. Well, guess what? You got to buy a new house in the same market. So you're going to buy a house that is overpriced as well. That's the concern I have, is what's coming back, or what then can you use that $7.25 million and put towards?
Right.
Right?
That's that. Yeah. Is this? I mean, I get it. I know there's, quite frankly, for my time covering the Oilers, there are some fans who have never wanted Nurse on the team. They didn't like him from day one. But having said that, I mean, he does have ability. He does have an upside. He skates well. He can be a shutdown guy. He does, and as Spec put in the article, he does have some pretty respectable seasons point-wise, even though he really doesn't play on the power play. So, there are ways for other teams could look at Nurse and might say, well, he would actually fit in here because we don't need him to do this, this, and this, but as long as he can do this and this. This is going to be an interesting one to see where it goes. I mean, if Spec's writing it, then he's clearly got enough. I mean, what did Spec? He got a quote here. Oh, where is it now?
From a former Oilers coach.
What,
right?
One previous coach. Now, he didn't say head or assistant. He said one previous coach from earlier in Nurse's career. I guess that technically could even include junior. But you'd think he would stick to the NHL. One previous coach from earlier in Nurse's career described him best when he said, I felt that he was receptive with the info that I was giving him at the same time, but it never transferred into his play during the games, especially when the pressure was ramped up. He always gave you that feeling that he saw himself more as an offensive defenseman, and he would make some terrible reads with and without the puck at critical times in games. Hockey sense was always a concern for me. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. And that's the one thing that I've found frustrating with Nurse is he can rush the puck, he can skate, and it gets into the offensive zone, and then it's a muffin on net, or it's a pass to the wrong part of the ice.
Clockwork.
Right.
Like clockwork. Right. You see Darnell Nurse with a head of steam coming up the wing. What are you thinking, ooh, this is an offensive chance upcoming, or is it just a face-off?
Yeah. And, I know the talk with Nurse for years has been he gets himself in trouble when he tries to do too much. Now, evaluation of the player aside, is this a deal that the Oilers can win?
That's to me, that's the biggest question here, Reid.
And who is, and here's another thing, and I say this all the time, this is not a well-stocked Oilers farm system. Who's percolating that's like, oh, that's the next Darnell Nurse, and for the next 3 years, we only have to pay him the entry-level salary or $2 million or whatever. They don't have that.
No.
So that's another problem. So you're probably, if hypothetically you would have to trade him and then try to acquire somebody else through free agency or through a trade, or you're taking somebody else's lousy contract back and saying, okay. But anyway, it's interesting this story is out there. I mean, I know there was stuff around the trade deadline that this was possibly being bandied about as well.
But do you think now that this has been reported on and is somewhat out there, that the likelihood of Darnell Nurse coming into that meeting with Stan Bowman and saying, no, I'm under contract, I'm staying put? I mean, he's got a young family here.
Well, he's got a young family here during the season. I mean, they go live elsewhere in the off season, as we know, the large majority of them. So I don't know. I mean, remember when he did that interview on Gazdik's podcast, and he's like, yeah, I know I get blamed from everything in Edmonton to the weather to the traffic jams on Stony Plain Road. I mean, whether he directly pays attention to it or not, he knows he's a lightning rod. So I don't know. I always say, people are like, well, Reid, you know these guys. I don't know them. I know what they're like in scrums. I know what it's like to say hello to them if you pass them. Like, I don't know what Darnell Nurse thinks. I don't know if it eats him up when he hears criticism about himself. I don't know if he brushes it off. I don't know how much he pays attention to it. I'm sure the players laugh at some of it if they do hear it. But can the Oilers...
LOL.
Okay, so I guess my question is, can the Oilers... Here's maybe one of my many questions I would ask to our audience members today. Can the Oilers get better on the ice with a Darnell Nurse trade? Or maybe people will say, well, Reid, just by trading the contract, that alleviates some stress. Maybe it's that simple. Maybe the initial concern for people is just get that contract out, and then we'll deal with trying to get a good caliber player. Jay Amania says, replacing Nurse with a guy like Kulak, if he'd come back at $3 million, would make this team so much better. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Just somebody who generally does their job every night.
Who the Oilers had.
Yes. 780-218-9999 is how you can get in touch with us. That is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. What a 20th birthday celebration. My 20th birthday celebration was not this significant. River Cree, and we've been talking about this for several weeks now, it's going on until October 26th. Like, we still got, 5 or 6 months of letting people know about this promotion.
What a
June,
birthday.
July, August, 5 months. River Cree Resort and Casino turning 20 this year, celebrating big with over $1 million in prizes, including 35 winners of $20,000 in casino free plays, 9 brand new cars, 56 winners of $1,000 in cash. Go to rivercreeresort.com to find out more. You can listen to us on iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, make the station a favorite or a preset, whatever you need to do. Spread the word about Edmonton Sports Talk. Word of mouth really helps us. It already has helped us, but you can't. I mean, hey, McDonald's hasn't stopped advertising. Oh, and we got a great off-topic topic about advertising.
Yes.
Sort of coming up here right away. So, yeah, help spread the word about Edmonton Sports Talk. Now, you can also get us on YouTube. The channel is Edmonton Sports Talk. Subscribe to it if you haven't already. We are over 15,000 subscribers, so the push is on for 16. And remember, for each show, give us a thumbs up. Smash that like button.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
All right. You can email Reid at edmontonsportstalk.com, Jay at edmontonsportstalk.com. The Limerick theme today is, I was going to say Darnell Nurse, then I was going to say Oilers trades. What do we do? Oilers trades. Oilers trades. Speculated past trades.
You could go nurses, practitioners.
Yeah. Or nurses.
Yeah. Shout out to the nurses out there.
I told you that story about my buddy when he worked at Video Update.
Maybe not.
This is one of those stories I probably tell on air once a year, but I think it's a bit of an evergreen. So my buddy who I met at Blockbuster 30 years ago, I'm still friends with him, had worked at Video Update previously, and they were 24 hours, and a large revenue stream for them was adult videos.
The Blue Room.
You went to the special room. Blockbuster never had one of those. So he said once a gentleman came in returning a tape, and he was quite upset. And he's like, there's a problem with this tape. And my buddy could kind of see it, that it was something, and it had nurses in the title. And it was an adult film. And my buddy's like, okay, like bad tracking, or his machine ate it and it's all garbled, or it plugged up his machine. And he's like, okay, sir, what's the problem with the movie? I don't think the women in this movie are real nurses.
Did he get his money back?
No, he did not. I don't think my buddy humored him to that extent. Let that be a lesson to all of you.
Do you think you'd be numb to the same sense of smell that comes out of every video store? Like every video store had the same smell to me.
I can't remember what Blockbuster smelled like.
We used to have a place in Sherwood Park called Jumbo Video. It was also 24 hours. And they all had the same smell. At least that's what I thought. Blockbuster should make a comeback.
It's
just all QR codes.
Yeah. All right. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. Email us, Reid at EdmontonSportsTalk.com, Jay at EdmontonSportsTalk.com. Project Dumpling says, sure, Reid, your buddy. No, trust me. If that had happened to me, I wouldn't pass it off. My buddy wasn't the one returning the tape. He was the clerk. If that happened to me directly, I wouldn't say, like, that's a great story. If that happened to me directly, I wouldn't say, like, oh, it actually happened to somebody else. No, that's an incredible complaint to get. I did have, this isn't an adult video, but a guy walked in with a movie, and he said to me, he goes, this isn't the movie that I rented. And I was like, okay. And he gave me sometimes the wrong cassette wound up in the wrong case. We usually double check when they return something. It's like, oh, I was like, okay, sorry about that. And I always remember, it was Grumpier Old Men. And I opened it up, and the tape inside was Grumpier Old Men. And I said, I'm sorry, this appears to match. What's the problem? And he goes, that is not the movie on the tape in there. Like, I played it. That's not on the actual tape that has the movie. It's another movie. Now, we were taught, never question the customer.
Sure.
If they say it doesn't work, I'm sorry, here's an exchange, And I was like, okay. So there's always a little rewind station and a viewing station right by the counter. I was like, okay, let's check this out. I totally broke the rule. So I put it in. I pressed play, fast forward, and the previews start playing. And he's like, see, I told you. And I was like, just give me a sec. So I fast forwarded through the previews. The Grumpier Old Men title comes up. I stop it. I eject it. I'm like, there you go. It's ready to play. And he's like, oh, okay. And he kind of slinked out of the store.
So he just thought the preview was the actual movie.
Yeah.
Is that the first time maybe he had rented a movie?
I don't know. Or maybe he was trying to get a refund, and that was, but
right.
he took the movie back. So I think he felt a little silly. And I was, quite frankly, fine making him feel silly in that situation.
Ooh.
Like he was our age-ish, the age we are now. Seasoned gentleman. What were we talking about anyway? Oh, yeah. Email Reid at EdmontonSportsTalk.com, Jay at EdmontonSportsTalk.com. Text the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, 780-218-9999. Post in the nasty chat on YouTube. A lot of people in there chatting about this Darnell Nurse trade speculation. We have the CFL season starting tonight. The Elks play in Ottawa on Saturday at 5. That means my buddy Jay Milne and my colleague Matthew Awanek. I love him. I just can't help bugging him. I can't help it. Have the Green and Gold kickoff show at 4 p.m. Saturday. That goes right up until game time. Then they're on after the game with the Green and Gold post-game show to break it down.
And the Green and Gold kickoff show and post-game show this year are brought to you by Commonwealth Stadium. They have come on board as the title sponsor of the Green and Gold kickoff and post-game, of which we'll be at during home games.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
Caster 1990 says, Reid, I thought you were going to say it was the XXX version of Grumpy Old Men was the actual movie.
Jeez.
Yeah,
that'd be weird.
That would be weird. What are they grumpy about if they're getting action all the time? Anyway, all right. So we'll talk. We got some game 2 tonight to talk. We got some more Oilers talk. We'll go over game 1 of the NBA Finals a little bit. Oh, Austin Mack from the Elks is on the show at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
We may have a special fun guest at 5 if they can do it. If not, but between 5 and 5:30, probably between 5 and 5:20, we're going to give away 4 vouchers for Riverhawks tickets. So vouchers means you can switch them in for whatever game you want. And we'll have a Blue Jays related trivia question for that. And we'll do for our CFL predictions. And hey, well, people starts, this is like a on topic. So we're going to do the division standings, who beats who in the Grey Cup, the Elks record, and the most outstanding player. We're going to predict all that. I think for our listeners, give us the Elks record and who beats who in the Grey Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll start compiling that. I don't think we need everything else from everybody. That's a lot for people to ask. Who beats who in the Grey Cup? What's the Elks record? I think that's fair. So send that in as well, 780-218-9999.
You and I are going to give a overly specific prediction about the Elks as well, right?
Yeah, optimistic one.
Optimistic
one. All right, we better get to your afternoon headlines. As always, they are presented by 100.3 The Bear, Edmonton's best rock. Stream them on iHeart today.
This is Chet Palmer with your sports report. Dandy Davis is the it boy in 3 Down Pig. But I say watch out for running rank on the locals. We're going to make Ottawa red, black, and blue. Knickerbockers took the opener over the sassy Spurs. Hey, Jason Milne, is that a double dribble in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? Hey, that Wemby is 7'4". Is he a basketball player or a bookcase? Hey, IKEA, I'd like to order a Wembanyama. I'm Chet Palmer.
Just double dribble.
Yeah.
Just going to have to add it to the list for HR. Knickerbockers.
That's the name of the team.
Wow. They lived up to the, overcoming a deficit in the second half.
Yeah, they do not go away.
Jalen Brunson is the real deal. And their shooting percentage in the third quarter, I'd have to go back and look, but I can assure you it was not good. It wasn't until the fourth quarter that they really started turning it on. That's going to be a series. Hey, hold your horses. San Antonio is not running away with this.
No.
Like many would have thought.
All right. The off-topic topic. Coob, this is you, baby. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service, combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best can be, is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout, 780-454-4536.
Well, so after the show wrapped up, I ended up going to a grocery store and wanted to get some chips, some snacks, whatever else. But I saw one bag of chips that really caught my eye. It was a bacon poutine Lay's bag of chips that had 2 players from the Canadian soccer team on it ahead of the World Cup. And there was tons of other ones from all the other countries. There was a bunch of mixed mash flavors. I didn't get into the nitty gritty of it, but immediately in my mind, this sparked an idea. And I asked myself, what is the most memorable, infamous athlete or celebrity brand endorsement? Now,
this is a good idea.
There's a few, like the recent one, Austin Matthews, Connor McDavid. They did that kind of thing, went back and forth. Of course, Nate McKinnon, and even in the commercials.
Okay, but you didn't say
Sidney
the company,
Crosby.
though. How McDavid Matthews? Who is it?
McDonald's.
Oh, okay.
McDonald's one?
I don't know about that.
I don't know that.
I
What do
know
you mean,
I know about
McBurger?
Connor McDavid and
then they eat a burger together at the end.
Yeah.
Connor Bedard is with a bank.
Yeah.
It's a red bank. Is it CIBC?
Yes.
I think so.
They can
And
do
they're
anything
working
they
on-
want.
I went back in time a little bit. Can we start with the gloves one?
Some of these are unbelievable. I looked at
Yeah,
them. I
so
thought
we
they were
gave
AI.
Coob photos. So Coob, when you texted this last night, for some reason this was the first thing I thought of. Dan Marino, Dolphins quarterback, isotoner gloves.
Yep. Classic.
I don't know why that came to my mind immediately.
Well, didn't it get brought up in Ace Ventura: Pet Detective as well?
Oh, probably.
Dan Marino and his isotoners? I believe it did. But that's classic.
Yeah.
Dan Marino and the isotoners. Coop, the first thing that I thought of when this came up, you can put up the Flutie one. Was the good old Flutie Flakes. mean, who doesn't love Flutie Flakes? Now, I don't know if they were available in Canada, but do you know at one time, do you remember Andy Fantuz?
Yes.
Product out of Western University.
Yes.
Saskatchewan Roughriders legend. Had Fantuz Flakes. Seriously. And Darian Durant had Darian O's.
Well, I don't remember that.
Yeah. I don't know how they got away with that in Saskatchewan. I also went a little bit off the board as well. Of course, one of the ones like that you would recall would be Shaquille O'Neal and Icy Hot. Right? The hot.
Well, Shaq
cold
has a
salve.
ton.
Yeah, he
Shaq
has
has
a
a ton.
But this was a fun one. If you can go to the one with Martha Stewart.
Oh, yes.
I thought this was interesting. Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg.
These are not real.
This is real.
This is a real one. This is an active one right now.
This is
Bic, real?
This is a Bic campaign where the title is "Perfect for Candles," and that's as if being said by Martha Stewart, and then "and more" is said by Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, the Easy Reach
The
Ultimate
Easy
Lighter.
Reach.
I have not heard of this. Okay, that's a pretty good one.
I found another one to be interesting. This is from this is from a long time ago, and I found it kind of interesting because I believe this picture. Reid, do you think this picture was taken in the Oval Office of Ronald Reagan pushing Chesterfield cigarettes?
Well, he must have still been an actor.
He
when
was still
did
an
this.
actor at this point, but
Yeah.
it looks funny.
It looks
because
presidential.
It
yeah.
looks presidential, even though he was still in his acting career. Probably at this point, there is there's quite a few endorsements for cigarette companies by like A-list
right.
celebrities back in the day. But I mean, it was different times then
Okay,
too.
do you want to do the next one he has up or skip to mine, the other one that came to mind for
No,
me?
you go ahead.
All right, so the first thing that came to mind was Dan Marino, Isotoners. And then here's the other one I immediately thought of. Yes, indeed, everybody. O.J. Simpson and Hertz Rent-A-Car.
What's the connection to this? Like, was it just because of the getaway in
No,
his
this
Bronco?
is before he
This
was.
is
This was before he was ever charged with anything.
This is just a good old celebrity
This is a
endorsement.
good old celebrity endorsement. O.J. Simpson and then Hertz. Hertz Rent-A-Car.
One that also came to mind, well, I was looking for a few that were odd. Apparently, Muhammad Ali had been endorsed by roach traps, decon roach traps, kill roaches without poison. And I searched it up a little bit. Like, he did full commercials of this in the 70s, endorsing roach traps out of all things.
That's
Very
amazing. There must have been an era where they just thought any endorsement was a good endorsement. Oh, you'll pay me to do this? Or the agent says, yeah, just go do the commercial. Whereas I don't know, or am I being ignorant to the times? I feel like now it'd be like, well, we got to be careful with our brand, right? You got to be careful with your brand.
Image,
Yeah,
yeah.
your image.
Mikey says Bo knows with Nike.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah,
That
that's
was
an
a
excellent
good one.
Yeah, that'd be a big one.
Bronco Nick says Catch the Taste. The one with the McCain punch, Robbie
Was that
Alomar.
Alomar? Yeah. Somebody said Wayne Gretzky and the Pro Stars cereal. That's from Les. Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, Pro Stars, classic.
Yeah.
They had their own cartoon, Pro Stars.
Yeah. Wasn't it Bo and as well?
Michael Jordan, Bo Jackson, Wayne Gretzky.
Was that who it was?
I believe so.
Okay. So the off-topic topic, give us the athlete endorsement combo. That is the first one that comes to mind, or a memorable one. Athlete endorsement combo. 780-218-9999, the River Cree Resort Casino
It's a
inbox.
funny one I saw, but I didn't grab a screen grab of it. But it was Sonny and Cher, and they were in like a very warm embrace. It was black and white photography, and it was promoting the Bible. Read the Bible.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. It said you don't know how many celebrities read the Bible. Sonny and Cher read the
Oh,
Bible.
wow.
Yeah.
I got you, Jesus.
There you go.
Speaking of share, hit that share button on YouTube and send the show link off to somebody else, well, several other people via text or email. Jay's play of the day in about 10 to 15 minutes. Austin Mack at the top of the hour. Here's the Coob of the Sports Update.
Oilers News Sportsnet has reported that general manager Stan Bowman is set to meet with Darnell Nurse regarding his future with the team. And according to multiple sources, longtime Red Wings captain Dylan Larkin has recently requested a trade from Detroit. And in Carolina, Game 2, Hurricanes Golden Knights Stanley Cup Final, puck drop at 6 o'clock. Vegas up 1-0 in the series. And to baseball, the Jays and Braves close out their 3-game series just after 5 o'clock. Toronto looking to snap a 4-game slide, giving Mason Flaherty the start. Right now in the majors, bottom 9th, the Brewers down 12-7 to the Giants. Later on, we'll see the Dodgers and D-backs in action. Riverhawks play top of the 9th inning. Edmonton trailing by 4-2 Victoria on the road against the Harbor Cats. And week 1, CFL action, it's Montreal. Hamilton throwing things down out east. No Winton McManus for the Ticats due to a knee injury. And Montreal's running back Stevie Scott is sidelined with a hamstring ailment. Kickoff goes at 5:30 for that. To soccer, Maxime Crepeau, he's been named as Canada's starting goalkeeper for the World Cup. This sports update is brought to you by the Ranch Golf Club. The Ranch Golf Club delivers premier conditions, top-notch service, and unmatched value every round. It's why they're Alberta's top choice for corporate golf events. Visit theranchgolf.com today to find out more. Of the Reid Wilkins Show rolls on following the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you in the loop.
2 guys and a goalie.
Hire it or fire it, Joaquin. Combines in pro sports are a waste of time.
I believe in hockey they are. They're so young. There's so much more maturity to do physically.
I'm with you on that.
It's just the manner that they're doing. Like what? Reminds me of physical fitness excellence when I was a kid in elementary school.
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
We have what you're looking for. GD Liquidators is Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items since 1987. You'll find what you want when you want it. Give us a call, visit us in-store, or check out the monthly auctions at gdliquidators.com. 100% Canadian-owned and operated. We have what you are looking for. GD Liquidators.
River Cree Resort and Casino and K97 proudly present Prism in Aldanova. May 29th in the venue. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
The Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for any scenario. You finished work early? Happy hour. You finished work because you accidentally hit reply all to the entire company? Big happy hour. Your boss said, great job. Happy hour. Your boss said, per my last email. Ugh, emergency happy hour. You finally closed the big deal. Happy hour. With a huge selection of ice cold drinks and great food, the Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for whatever just happened at work. The Canadian Brewhouse. Your day just got happier.
When you bet with Play Alberta, you give back to Alberta. That's because it's the only app in the province that puts all revenue directly back into supporting programs and services that Albertans rely on every day. So next time you place a wager on your favorite team, know that you're also making a difference across the province through Alberta's General Revenue Fund. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus. If you gamble, use your game sense.
All right. Hope you're having a great afternoon. Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Final is tonight. Vegas at Carolina had a good hit with Luke Gazdick on the show yesterday talking about Game 1. Did Bruce Boudreau say this morning that he thinks Vegas is going to take it to him? I think he did. Portions of this hour presented by the Edmonton Elks. The only way to experience it is being there when it happens. Get your season seats today. Our city, our year. Lock in your season seats at goelks.com/season seats.
Okay, the Elks released their injury report from day 3, which was today. The depth chart will come out tomorrow, obviously. So some notable names: Brett Boyko, who would be a depth player on the offensive line this season or this year, had a hand injury. He is officially out for this week's game. Cordell Jackson, good news, was listed as limited throughout the week, but now he's listed as full and available. So you should see him starting in the defensive backfield. And Joe Robustelli, hamstring out, which there was hopes that he would make it for week 1, but it looks like and with a hamstring, Reid, honestly, you got to let those things heal, because that could become a year-long nagging injury for Robustelli.
Okay, so who are the receivers going to be, do we think? So Mack, who we're going to have on the show at the top of the hour, Austin Mack.
Mm-hmm. O'Leary Orange. Kion Julian Grant. It was going to be Robustelli.
Okay.
So I would imagine Luther might draw in.
Okay, and he's a new guy.
He looked
pretty good.
He did. I'm not sure if Mathis is ready to. I don't know if that's going to be the answer.
Well, would Hilaire come off the practice roster or not? I guess we'll find out tomorrow.
That's a good question, Reid. Let me look at their depth chart from.
Who are we missing?
We're missing something. We're missing
here. A guy.
Let me go to their depth chart from last week here.
Elks at Ottawa, 5 p.m. Saturday. Green and Gold kickoff show with Milne and Matt at 4 p.m. here on Edmonton Sports Talk. We're coming to you from the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Oh, my goodness. Did we ever have an experience yesterday? The Canadian Brewhouse delivered the wing flavor of the month to us for June, and they are delicious. If you were watching yesterday around 5 o'clock, you got to hear us eat for a few minutes. Maui pineapple, flame-grilled wings tossed in a sweet and tropical Maui pineapple sauce. This is the Canadian Brewhouse studio.
Yeah, it's looking like it's so O'Leary Orange, Mac, Luther. You might see Mathis move into that slot back position where Joe Robustelli had played.
So they have a bunch of new receivers from last year.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. That Luther looked really good. Carter Kettles looked great so far.
You think he's going to dress on Saturday? He made the main roster. Yep. He's on the practice roster. Okay.
I would imagine he would be a good special teams depth guy. And it'll be interesting to see where Cephas shakes out. He was a new receiver that came in out of Jacksonville. With this injury, does that promote him? That's number 18, Joshua Cephas, to the starting position. It'll be interesting to see
Canadian
that
or American?
He's an American.
He's an American. So right now, Julian Grant's the Canadian receiver.
Right.
Okay.
And Carter Kettle.
Oh, Kettle, right. But he wouldn't be one of their top 4 to start the game.
I
top
wouldn't
4
think
or 5.
so.
No. Okay.
But a good, suitable depth guy that can also play special teams.
Okay. Was O'Leary Orange Canadian, though? I always ask that.
I always get this mixed up with O'Leary Orange. And, yeah, because O'Leary Orange is... Joe Robustelli is not.
Right.
Yeah. So
but we're not having Robustelli, though. That's a significant loss for the first game.
Well, look, by the way that they were using him throughout training camp, like he was definitely a bona fide number 1 guy, a big-time target for Cody Fajardo as well. So that's a bit of a loss coming into this. But, you know, Reid, honestly, I think this team goes as far, and we'll get into it, of course, more for buying or selling when we do our CFL discussion. I think this team goes as the way that the O-line and Justin Rankin goes. Flat out.
On offense.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, Elks in Ottawa. So, what is it tonight? Montreal at Hamilton. Tomorrow, Winnipeg at Calgary. Just the 3 games to start the season. Our fantasy football teams on CFL Fantasy are ready to go. We did the draft yesterday. Whenever we mentioned it, and I saw on the Hangout today, some people saying, hey, it actually was okay. Other people quite upset. I saw one message where they just got stuck like a few picks before they were going to finish. There were frustrations even on this show yesterday, certainly with auto drafting because Tom was getting his haircut. Now it's ready to go, and you can sub guys in or out. The one thing that I found frustrating is it has a column for when the player is on a bye week. Those are wrong. That shouldn't be there's things here they got to iron out.
Yeah.
Now you can go in and fix that, but that's because I was like, oh, I better bench this guy. He is on a bye, and I was like, wait a minute, no, he isn't. He's playing this week.
I'll tell you one thing though, Reid. You, myself, Hernan, sitting in the bullpen. All three of us were doing something today. This day, the opening day of the CFL season that none of us were doing last year.
Or ever.
And that was checking your fantasy roster. I just had to move Joe Robustelli out of my starting rotation to make room for Cole Speaker, who's playing tonight in Montreal. So that there is a major win. Major win. Would I have cared or given a rip really what Cole Speaker did on the opening night of Thursday Night Football last year? Probably not. I would have probably cared about the outcome of the game.
Right.
Because I probably would have had some sort of a Jays play of the day on it. But individual statistics, no. So I'm loving the enthusiasm and the need to pay attention already. And I mean, we haven't even gotten to week one.
Yeah. I think and hopefully there's some things they can fix here in season as they keep rolling along with the CFL fantasy. 780-218-9999 is how you can text the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. You can post to the Nasty Chat on YouTube. Give us a thumbs up as well. We try to get to at least 100 thumbs every show. So if you want to give us a click, that would be awesome. The off-topic topic for William Huff, tell us about a memorable athlete endorsement that you remember. So some of the examples we had were, mine were Dan Marino, Isotoner gloves, O.J. Simpson, Hertz. What else have we have here?
Tube Sock sent in Jim Palmer, who was a pitcher
for the Orioles. Yep,
had a endorsement deal with Jockey.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he did. That's right.
And he sure showed it all off.
He lived it in the photos. Yeah,
those were quite flashy jockeys.
Yes.
Brandon says, you used to get a Brett Hull poster with every GT snow racer. I remember this.
Oh, wow.
That was the first thing that came to mind. Also, the Michael Jordan versus Mia Hamm. Anything you can do, I can do better. That's good.
So who was Jordan with? Jordan was with Nike, McDonald's, because him and Larry Bird had that.
The shoot
off the scoreboard, off the guy's head, off the chair. Yeah. Who else was Jordan with? Did anybody say
in person or off? He was with MGM Grand. He was with Bally's. He was with several different outfits.
Did anybody say Tiger and Nike? That's a big one.
Well, I mean that's like in your face, but it's huge. Brandon also said Polamalu with Head and Shoulders. That's a good one.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Well, and Castor 1990. Now you might be too young for this.
Tell me.
Maurice Richard, Grecian Formula. Hey, Rocket, 2 minutes for looking so good. I still leave a touch of gray. Nobody likes it. Did you know about these?
No.
Okay, so it was like a men's hair dye, right? For graying hair.
Grecian
Formula. And so, he's got, as I do, he'd had the gray around the temples and above the ears. And he would show it being applied, and then he'd had this little strip of gray above his ears. And he's like, I still leave a touch of gray. Nobody likes it. And then the ref would be like, hey, Rocket, 2 minutes for looking so good. Something like that.
That's really good.
Commercial. So that was pretty good.
Spency 5 Cents, he sent this in from, it would appear to be a Calgary newspaper. It was for Lexus of Calgary, whose spokesman was Brett the Hitman Hart.
Oh, okay.
He said, it's the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Bronco Nick, Michael Jackson, and Pepsi.
Okay, that's a good one. Not an athlete, but a celebrity.
Mark from Hope, Messier, and Lays.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Who are we, the Pylons?
Yeah, that's right. Well, what about Shaq and the Brick? That's when we got to meet him.
That's right.
That's a pretty memorable one for us.
Ooh. Vincenzo says WWE.
Oh, Coop found the Reese Richard commercial. Oh, we know Richard's the ref in the commercials. He showed us. He can't put it up yet. Okay, Coop, we'll let you work on that during the break because we got a break. Austin Mack from the Elks in about 15 minutes. Jay's play of the day. He's going big when we get back. Here's the sports update.
In Oilers news, Sportsnet has reported that Edmonton general manager Stan Bowman is set to meet with Darnell Nurse regarding his future with the team. And according to multiple sources, longtime Red Wings captain Dylan Larkin has recently requested a trade from Detroit. In other news, we have Game 2, Stanley Cup Final. Hurricanes Golden Knights hit the ice at 6 o'clock. Carolina looking to tie the series at 1 aside. In Day 3, Elks injury report, Joe Robistelli and Brett Boyko have been ruled out for the team's season opener against the Redblacks on Saturday. Robistelli with a hamstring issue. Boyko out with a hand injury. Week 1 CFL action, Montreal Hamilton throwdown kickoff scheduled for 5:30. And in baseball, the Jays Braves close out their 3-game series just after 5. Toronto giving Mason Flaherty the start. Over in West Coast League action, Riverhawks, they trail the Harbor Cats by 4 runs in the top of the 9th. They get back at it with a 3-game series in Nanaimo against the Night Owls tomorrow. In soccer news, Maxime Crépeau, he's been named as Canada's starting goalkeeper for the World Cup. Canada opens the tournament next Friday, challenging Bosnia and Herzegovina. This sports update is brought to you by Say the Reid Sport Medicine. Connor McDavid's got a team of specialists, and you've got a bag of frozen peas. Get the same locker room approach that's trusted by the best in the game. Call them at 780-460-9977 or visit their website at saythereidsportmed.ca to book an appointment today. The show rolls on after the break here in Edmonton Sports Talk. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The Oil Stream.
I think this will be a rare case within the NHL in the next few years where you see a good trade that benefits both teams. That's where I'm leaning towards still, because I know as an Oilers fans right now, they're looking at this, and it's all the uproar on Twitter right now is how do you let this happen? I still am big on Ike Howard.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Some of us are walking, others are biking. Together, we are accelerating the pace of MS research breakthroughs. This May, join Sentinel Storage at an MS walk in your community. Sentinel Storage, proud partner of MS Canada.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
River Cree Resort and Casino and K97 proudly present Prism and Aldanova. May 29th in the venue. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Goodwill is
one shopper, finding something I never knew I needed. A jacket, a deal, one donor, letting go of something so someone else can move forward.
One program participant,
learning,
trying,
building skills,
building confidence,
building a future.
One purchase, one donation,
one job, one choice.
Goodwill is
the power of one, the power of one, the power of one, the power of one.
Goodwill Industries of Alberta. It all starts with one.
Somewhere, someone is sitting on a patio that is literally part of the parking lot. They're hot, uncomfortable, and bored. Do not be that person. The Canadian Brewhouse has a rooftop, real turf, misters, fire tables, patio games, big screens, and zero reason to be bored. This summer, your standards are higher than a parking lot, and you know it. The Canadian Brewhouse, Canada's best patios.
Looking for flooring? Paramount Flooring has it all. Sales, service, and expert installation. With options for every style and budget, open 7 days a week. We've got you covered. Quick delivery and in-stock deals. Plus, EST listeners get 10% off. Visit ParamountFlooring.ca today.
All right, thanks for checking out the show this afternoon. At the top of the hour, Elks receiver Austin Mack will join us. We're going to be give you our guaranteed to be correct CFL predictions for the upcoming season. We'll have the oil understood for GCL Diesel. We'll talk more about Mark Spector's column that Darnell's days as an Oiler could be numbered, if not this offseason, perhaps during the season or next offseason. Of course, he has a no-trade clause right now, but next offseason, it'll go to a 10-team list that he could be traded to. I want to remind you, the next generation of NHL stars are coming back to Alberta this summer. Tickets on sale now for the 2026 Hlinka Gretzky Cup in Edmonton. Visit hlinkagretzkycup.ca and click on tickets to get a seat for a first-hand look at the future of hockey. That is always a great tournament here in our city. All right. He's ready to go.
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
Okay, we're doing the double header tonight. It's kind of fun. Hockey, football, all happening one night.
Yep.
Look, I'm partial to betting the CFL over. You give me a CFL over, it's hard for me to look the other way.
Okay.
Especially, I mean, Montreal and Hamilton, who I believe are going to be the top two teams in the East. They've both got two of the top quarterbacks in the CFL. Right? And Bo Levi Mitchell, Davis Alexander. Davis Alexander hasn't lost a regular season game when he's been dressed. Bo Levi Mitchell is very serviceable. I think points are going to fly tonight. So we're going Montreal, Hamilton, over 49.5 points. Okay. In Vegas, Carolina, I think that's going over as well. They still have it set at 5.5, Reid.
That's got to be over.
I think so. I don't see this series slowing down. I see this being a fast-paced. I was this close to throwing in touchdown in first quarter, or a first quarter play in the football,
okay,
and then a goal in the first 10 minutes. But I thought that would be a bit greedy. So where it's at right now, Jay's play of the day. Head on over to playalberta.ca. Click on sports. Click on EST specials. You'll see a ton of different specials there. Oh, and Reid, you might want to go to playalberta.ca/EST.
That would be a good idea.
Maybe.
I think people would find that very favorable.
And you'll see Jay's play of the day. Vegas Golden Knights, Carolina Hurricanes, 6 or more total goals. And then Montreal Alouette versus Hamilton Tiger Cats, 50 or more total points. Boosted to plus 236. And Reid, always remember to use your game sense.
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
All right, yeah, we have a lot of fun stuff on there. Jasmine and I put together a fun parlay yesterday.
Yeah, an NBA parlay.
That hit paid about 2.5 to 1.
Yeah.
So I put 5 on it, got
Reid,
13.20. Why not?
You know what? There's nothing chalky about winning money, baby.
No, it's good. What's wrong with being chalky?
That's where the money's at. It's honestly, if you the more chalky, the better chance you have of winning.
Right.
There's a reason there are odds and lines. The more multiple combinations you put together, the harder it is to get.
True.
The more money you win. It's the great struggle.
It really is.
Yes.
That's what I think. That's what the ancient Greeks said.
I believe so. Yes, the first Olympics. Naked.
I wonder if there was gambling on the first Olympics. Yeah. I'm betting there was, even if it was informal.
I see what you did there.
What?
You said, I'm betting there was.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. Yeah. 780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. That's how you text us. Tap 25 at River Cree has their happy hour Sunday to Thursday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. $5.25 drinks. This is all beers, including bottle and draft, import and domestic, select premium well highballs, and select premium wine, served at Tap 25, Center Bar, Onyx, and on the casino floor, rivercreeresort.com.
Can we sneak in a quick limerick?
We have to.
For about Nurse?
Yes, we haven't got any yet.
We haven't got one. This one comes in from Steb. This is on the River Cree Resort and Casino hotline, 780-218-9999. If the Oilers move Darnell Nurse, it would save us a purse. Stan Bowman in a bind? $9 million on his mind. Hope next year doesn't end in a hearse.
Oh my goodness, that's a good one. Who wrote that?
Steb.
That's pretty good, Steb. Very well done.
Very well done.
Yeah, very well done. Like that one. Yes, keep the limericks coming in. We want limericks about, what was it, Oilers trades or about nurse or nurses or movies about nurses.
Oh, Reid.
Well,
okay.
Who dressed, who was what was her name? Not Laura Dern. Daryl Hannah was a nurse at the beginning. She was pretending to be a nurse at the beginning of Kill Bill, was she not?
Never seen it.
Do you know who Daryl Hannah is married to?
Reid, I thought until you said that she was a she, you could have told me
Daryl
Daryl Hannah was a he.
You don't know who Daryl Hannah is?
Why would I know who Daryl Hannah is?
Because she's a movie star.
I'm Googling. Do you spell it D-A-R-R-E-L?
D-A-R-R-Y-L, I believe.
Daryl Hannah.
She was in Clan of the Cave Bear.
Daryl Hannah. Never seen her.
Okay. And second of all, you have not seen Kill Bill?
Oh, she's the mermaid in Splash.
Yes.
Yes.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah, of course. That's the movie I recall.
Yeah.
What did you say?
You haven't seen Kill Bill?
I have not.
I would recommend it. It's a little bit of a longer film. Tarantino.
She was in Grumpy Old Men, apparently.
Oh, there you go. I forgot about that.
She was also in Summer Lovers, 1982.
Okay, have you seen Pulp Fiction?
Pulp Fiction, I have not seen it in full. I've seen snippets.
Have you seen Reservoir Dogs?
Yes, in full.
Yes. Like, if there's ever a screening of Reservoir Dogs in Edmonton, we're taking Benny.
I'd like to go with you.
Coob, you've seen it.
I love that. I absolutely love that movie.
Green bag.
Yeah.
It's just a monster, like just one of the most, I don't know. It's such a weird scene when he's torturing that officer.
Yes.
I don't know what to think about it.
Well, you're supposed to. I think that's maybe why he filmed it that way.
Yeah. You're talking Tarantino?
Yes. So Kill Bill is his. That's one of his.
So Django Unchained was on TV not that long ago.
Yeah.
And my wife had never seen it. I've seen snippets of it as well. I don't think I've watched it start to finish. I get the general premise of it.
Okay.
But she was glued to it. Like we could have probably watched it all, but chose not to.
Okay. Yeah, we got to sit down and watch.
What's your top Tarantino movie? We might have to do this as an off-topic topic one day.
I'm so partial to Reservoir Dogs. I know Pulp Fiction is the one most people say, but when I look back on his catalog, I hate to just be cliche and pick the first one, but it's so raw, right? It's just so raw, and his storytelling technique is stuff that he did in other films and other people. I mean, telling a story out of order is not unusual for films. But just the way that one was told, the way he gave the audience information, and the audience often had a little more information than the characters had.
Sure, yeah.
And then just the extreme violence is part of his shtick too, but it just all works. So you're like at the end of Reservoir Dogs, you are tired.
Yes.
I don't know if any of his movies made me quite feel that way.
And then you realize that Mr. Pink was who,
Yeah, you put all that together.
Story.
Yeah.
It's Inglourious Bastards got to be up there too.
Yeah, that's a good one. I mean, I'm partial to the Hateful Eight as well.
I haven't seen
the first Kill Bill is excellent. So anyway, more Tarantino talk later. Austin Mack from the Elks coming up.
Javon Leake, will he get any touches?
That's a really good question because last year it took him a while to get Justin Rankin going even himself. But I didn't feel like they utilized Rankin and Leake on the field at the same time enough. Leake's a guy that could go to the outside, get his speed, and blow past everyone. Rankin can go either way and break tackles. They're different running backs, though.
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems, but did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Holset, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at GCLDiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers, understood.
Looking for a delicious meal without the hassle? Head to Pasta Pantry in Sherwood Park, your home of the game day meal. From handcrafted fresh pasta with rich homemade sauces to ready-to-heat family meals, Pasta Pantry brings authentic Italian flavor straight to your table. For over 30 years, Pasta Pantry has served hot, delicious comfort food made right in our kitchen. We do it fast so you can slow down. Visit Pasta Pantry in Sherwood Park today and taste the difference fresh makes. Pasta Pantry, real food, real fast, real good.
Worksite ready, Western tough. Lamley's Workwear is calling all tradespeople, oil and gas crews, construction workers, farmers, and hard-working Canadians. Built for the job with quality craftsmanship, job site protection, and cowboy-worthy durability. Trusted brands like Airy at Work and Wrangler Rigs, designed for performance and all-day comfort on the toughest sites. No matter the season, Lamley's has the workwear you need. Shop the full range now at lamleys.com/work.
LAMMLES. Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
It doesn't start on game day. It starts before kickoff. Before the first snap, before the noise, before everyone else. This is Edmonton football. The only way to experience it is being there when it happens. Every hit, catch, and touchdown. Season seats, flex packs, groups, single games. There's a way in for everyone. Edmonton Elks, our city, our year. Get your seats now at goelks.com/tickets.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
Sportsnet has reported that Oilers general manager Stan Bowman is set to meet with Darnell Nurse regarding his future with the club. And according to multiple sources, longtime Red Wings captain Dylan Larkin has recently requested a trade from Detroit. Ice level Game 2, Stanley Cup Final. Hurricanes Golden Knights go at it. Vegas looking to take a 2-0 series lead. Puck drop goes at 6. And Day 3, Elks injury report. Joe Robustelli, Brett Boyko have both been ruled out for the team's season opener against the Redblacks on Saturday. Robustelli with a hamstring injury, Boyko with a hand issue. Week 1 CFL action kicks off out in Hamilton with the Ticats and Alouettes kick off. That's scheduled for 5:30. And to baseball, the Jays and Braves close out their series just after 5 o'clock. Toronto gives Mason Flaherty the start. Chris Sale on the mound for Atlanta. We also see the Dodgers and D-backs in action while the Pirates take on the Astros. In soccer news, Maxime Crepeau, he's been named as Canada's starting goalkeeper for the World Cup. Canada opens the tournament next Friday, challenging Bosnia and Herzegovina. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. Hour 2 of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
All right, hope you're having a great afternoon. Yeah, game 2 of the Stanley Cup Final is tonight. Blue Jays playing, and of course the CFL season starts at 5:30. Montreal at Hamilton. Your Edmonton Elks are in Ottawa Saturday at 5, and we are going to go to the Oil Country Towing video hotline. Oil Country Towing, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team. Fast, safe, and reliable for over 15 years, whether it's game day or a snowstorm. We work as hard as your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088 for all your towing needs. Big things expected from this guy. A new member of your Edmonton Elks, receiver Austin Mack, is checking in. Austin, it's Reid and Jay. How are you doing?
What's going on, man? Excited to be here. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, thanks for coming on the show. You know what? I want to start with something maybe a little different, maybe a little bit.
Right.
I mean, look, Jay and I and most of our audience members work in the real world. You get a new job, or a new person comes into your office. Maybe there's a memo. Maybe that person gets unveiled at a meeting. Maybe this person goes around to all the cubicles. Hey, I'm Reid. I'm the new guy. Hey, I'm really. When you're the new guy on a pro football team, do you go around and shake everybody's hand? Do the new guys have to get up and tell a life story? What's it like for you fitting into a new clubhouse?
Yeah, no, not like a rookie where we got to get up there and do all that, Reid. But for how I like to do it is, I got to camp early, made sure I came to quarterback school, was even around during rookie mini camp, just making sure I got to know the guys, and got with the quarterbacks early, as well as learning the defensive guys, man. Just trying to be around as much as possible. Obviously, getting to know your locker mates and the people that you get to go to war with week in and week out is big.
Okay, I was curious about that. So you were here, and you just sort of, and there's other new people. You just sort of all morph together and get to know each other that way, I guess.
No, yeah, I mean, it's just you. It's you in the locker room. Obviously, going to work to do the same job. Obviously, go out here and compete for a Grey Cup. So you got to get to know those guys, especially the receivers. You got to know those, obviously, the first, and then from then on, it's just getting to know the rest of the guys.
Yeah.
I had another question, because I heard this on another interview you did, and I thought it was quite interesting. Okay, so for those that don't know, you grew up in Fort Wayne, Indiana. I mean, you were a major prospect coming out of, you were at Bishop Luers High School, if I'm not mistaken. Now,
yes, sir.
Did you graduate a year early? Or did you rush through your senior year of schooling so you could graduate? I just wanted to know more about what the thought process was on why you wanted to, I guess, enter the next stage of your football career earlier than your peers.
Man, great question, Jay. So how high school went was, I played all 4 sports. I was in everything. Didn't know what I would actually be good at. I played a skill position for the first time 8th grade year, so that's right before high school. All right. Even before that, in Pee Wee, I was like the guy that was like really, really tall and above the weight limit. It was only like 100 pounds. So I actually played the defensive and offensive line when I was in Pee Wee. So when I got to high school, I was playing receiver for the first time in 9th grade. Come to find out, it was actually pretty decent, and got my first Division I offer as a freshman. Football started taking off. So did baseball. I had ended up with 2 offers for baseball, dual scholarships to Indiana and Purdue by the time I was a sophomore. But I tore my shoulder my junior year, so baseball was out the window. Going into senior year, I was already committed to Ohio State, and Urban Meyer was big on getting me in early. He said, hey, if you come in during spring ball, you can compete for an opportunity to really play on the team. Freshmen that come in during camp, you don't have enough time to be able to prepare, to obviously be able to play. And if I wanted to be a great, obviously hopeful to get drafted one day or a big time player, you want to be there. You want to be able to get an opportunity to get an edge on everybody else. You know what I mean? So what I had to do that senior year was kind of ridiculous, because I went to a Catholic high school, and graduating early just wasn't really a thing in that area, or for some reason, public school, you saw it all the time. But they made me actually graduate with an honors diploma, because that was my track. But I had to take the second semester online. All right. So I was working out in the morning, going to school at school all day. I'd go to football practice, and I'd go back to school till about 9:30, 10 o'clock doing online school for the second semester classes. And I had a teacher that actually was like staying late with me throughout the whole process. Like, big shout out to him. But yeah, true story. I mean, I was a little crazy. Obviously, I wanted to do something, and they tried to say that, oh, we'll make it so hard he's not going to do it. And I said, okay, bet. Like, I'm going to find a way. And that was my senior year. No parties, no late nights for AMAC. I was locked in.
Found a way. I like that. You know, then I found that a lot of successful athletes, somebody told them you're not going to be able to do this, whether it's school
100%.
or athletes. You did, and I love. Jay's going to roll his eyes at me, but I love that you're from Fort Wayne, Indiana, because there's a hockey connection there. The Fort Wayne Comets, one of the oldest minor league teams, and you know who the the Fort Wayne Comets are the ECHL affiliate of, the Edmonton Oilers. So I don't know if the Comets or hockey were on your radar there, but you know that's pretty cool connection for Fort Wayne.
Yeah, that's a Fort Wayne staple right there. Going to a Comets game, absolutely. I'm telling you, I grew up there.
So there you go. This is perfect.
Well, that's a incredible story because I heard it and I was wondering, there must have been a rhyme and a reason. And I guess when Urban Meyer tells you, hey, kid, you know, if you want to help your chances, you jump at every opportunity you can. Let's move on to now current day. The last season that you were together with Cody Fajardo, you had an okay year. Hey, 1,154 yards. You had 5 games of 100-plus receiving yards, and you won a Grey Cup to boot. Is that, you know, how much of that chemistry with Cody Fajardo has carried over to training camp and now heading into week 1 here, both of you with different teams, but still having that connection, which was a great year for both of you?
I think big. You know, me and Cody are, you know, really good friends. So coming in, we already knew that we had something there. It was all about just, you know, getting back to old times. And if you guys ever been able to come to any practices in camp or where we're at now, I mean, you can see it. You can see us clicking. I'm excited. We're excited to get going here on Saturday. But took some time because, you know, surprisingly, you know, playing with Davis is a lot different than playing with Cody. So obviously we had to just iron some things out, and we did. And now we're cooking.
Yeah. And I've been down there quite a few times, and I've noticed this season more of, and it's funny that we're talking about the word accountability, but because another professional team here in Edmonton, that has come up, that term accountability, buy-in. It seems like there's more of a ask for accountability and an ask for buy-in specifically to the wide receiver group in terms of the run game, in terms of blocking, in terms of downhill, making sure you're positionally well. And to be honest, from last year, that was a bit of an issue in the run game, was the wide receivers who have a massive part, as you know, in the success of the run game. Have you felt that there's been that ask for buy-in to downfield blocking and finishing your blocks, your seals, et cetera?
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm the first time here with this team as well. I don't know what the culture was before or ever, you know. That's not what the identity is today, and I can tell y'all right now. I don't operate like that. I think the run game is massive, and to play winning football, you got to be able to run the ball. That's period, and it starts with us being physical on the outsides. If you guys ever been able to watch me play, I'm physical. It's a long game for whoever's on the cross for me, and so you got to be able to bring that presence in the run game as well. So I think, from our group, more than anything, it's just understanding the concepts. And the better that these young receivers that we have can understand where the ball's hitting, the better that we can be in getting our job done down the field. I don't think that's going to be a problem from a buy-in standpoint.
Well, and you know, another part of this team that obviously you weren't here last year, but I will say that last year the defense improved as the year went on. They got more connected. They became more of a unit. You go up against that secondary every day in practice. What are your thoughts about what the Elks have put together on the defensive side of the ball?
Those guys are really good. You know, like you said, it's the second year of them playing together, so they have a lot of continuity. They've been together. They have great communication. They've been on us a lot so far through this camp, and they've made it really tough for us. But more than anything, that's what is great. It's about iron sharpening iron. And, man, I'm excited to let them go out and do their thing this year. I can't wait to watch JJ Ross, KJ. These guys are really good players, and they're going to be able to show it this year.
Austin Mack, Elks receiver, joining us on the Oil Country Towing Hotline. Elks in Ottawa Saturday at 5 o'clock. I always love getting this part of the story. I know it's a few years ago for you now, but who got you to the CFL? Like, I don't know if you knew about it growing up. I don't know if you had an agent or a former teammate, but who put the CFL on your radar?
Yeah, so fun fact, right? So that was 2023. I had just gotten hurt with San Francisco the year before, and I didn't get another call. I didn't think I was going to get another call at all. It was the second hamstring I had, and it was, I think, a week or two right before camp started with the CFL. My agent calls me and says, "Hey, Montreal's calling." I'm like, "Montreal? What team is that?" CFL. I had no idea, like absolutely no idea. I'm like, hey, blind faith, obviously wanting to still play football, having a desire to still, put the laces on. Absolutely, let's go. Wherever it is, guys telling me to go, let's do it. And just kind of jumped into it, and obviously the rest is history. But agent shoot me a call out of nowhere. Obviously, still want to play ball, and just came up.
Do you have family come up for a lot of the games? Do they watch you online or on TV? How do your loved ones follow you?
Yeah, so blessed to, obviously, after the first year, and then came back up here. Been able to bring my family up here, so I have my wife and kids with me. Obviously, the rest of the family is watching CFL Plus, which is awesome. Hopefully, obviously, these new streaming rights, so we can get some more action down south for them to be able to tune in the games. But it's same service that we usually get.
Okay, and before we let you go, I have a standard question I've started asking American athletes, American Elks. Like Tim Hortons, you big Tim's guy? Had you had Tim's in the States?
Big Tim's guy. Yeah. Tim Hortons in the States is terrible compared to Tim Hortons in Canada.
Really?
It is by far way better. True story.
I'd wonder why. Is there a Tim's in Fort Wayne, or where would you get it?
There's a Tim's in Fort Wayne. It's awful. The East Coast, it gets a lot better. I spent some time in New York. It was okay, but it's just 10 times better. I don't know what it is. It's so good.
Wow. Have you at all hooked up with Taylor Powell? Because we had him on our show, and I mean this in like a coffee way, because is he like the biggest coffee drinker in that locker room, or is there competition for that?
He's trying to go to some fancy shop every other day, get a nice little espresso, something. Yeah, he does. He does it all. We just went to golfing too out here at the ranch. Great course. You guys ever been? It's a great course.
Oh yeah, we've been there. Plus our station golf tournaments is there. Every year, where we bring in some listeners and stuff. Yeah, it is really good. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay,
the little crater right there. Lost a few balls down there, but
the moon crater. Yeah, we know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. Austin, you're very well spoken. Great interview. You're a great story, and obviously you're a great player. And we hope you have a great season with the Edmonton Elks. The team needs to get off to a good start here. So all the best Saturday against the Redblacks. We appreciate it, sir.
No, I appreciate you guys. Jay, Reid, stay blessed. Talk soon, okay? Have a good one, guys.
Excellent. Austin Mack checking in on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. I know he'd been on EST before, first time on this show. Yeah, really well spoken.
Mm-hmm.
Knew our names, which is nice. He's very rock and roll. And I did a fun fact. I didn't know that about Tim's. I don't think anybody else had ever said that before. He says the Tim's in Canada is better than the Tim's he got in Fort Wayne and in the States.
Well, it's got to be the water.
I guess it must be.
Because Tim Hortons ships their grounds across the world. It's got to be the water, baby.
It's got to be the water. That's pretty interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's got an incredible story. I mean, he went around. He was with the Giants. He was with the 49ers.
Yep.
And it's just interesting to hear that you go through your day to day, you go through your life and your work life, and you think, you have good days, you have bad days. Well, think about not getting a call back from a team and wondering, is this it? And then, boom, you get a call from your agent, and you find out about a city and a league that you had no idea about.
Yep.
And you go and rip off a career year, win a Grey Cup, and now you're rolling onto a new team as the number one guy. I mean, that's in a span of 3 years, Reid.
Well, I liked what he said, too, about the run game. I mean, he wants to do big things as a receiver, but they know that they have Justin Rankin. And what did he say? It starts with the blocking on the edge. Now, the O-line's going to say it starts with the blocking in the middle. But I remember, do you remember like the Broncos had Terrell Davis, and then he retired, and then I think they had a guy named Mike Anderson that no one had ever heard of, and he gets 1,000 yards, and then some other. And I remember reading an article, and it said the Broncos receivers are the best run-blocking receivers in the NFL. And that's a big reason why they had so many good running backs.
Who was it that was on our show that said Ed Hervey had a type? Was it...
I think it might have been Cody. I think it might have been Cody Fajardo.
Sure. Well, that is the type. If you look at this receiving core, Reid, they are big and they are strong. I mean, you look at Brendan O'Leary Orange, that is a unit.
Yeah.
So this receiving core blocking downfield, which was an issue last year. It absolutely was in the run game. So if you're telling Elks fans that they've got a more cohesive, more sound offensive line group, they've got wide receivers that are going to be blocking downfield.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get to our MOP discussion.
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be a heck of a
We're going to
time.
give you our guaranteed to be correct CFL predictions, which will be the standings in both divisions, who beats who in the Grey Cup, the Elks record, an optimistic Elks prediction, and what was our other one? Oh, the MOP of the league. We're gonna pick all that, guaranteed to be correct. Portions of this hour presented by Commonwealth Stadium. Welcome to the jungle. It's time to come alive and get ready to be thunderstruck. These aren't just songs. They're the biggest concerts of the season. Guns N' Roses, Foo Fighters, AC/DC, Post Malone, all coming to Commonwealth. For more information on the biggest shows at Commonwealth Stadium, go to edmonton.ca/Commonwealth. Here's our big show, The Coop.
Sportsnet has reported that Oilers general manager Stan Bowman is set to meet with Darnell Nurse regarding his future with the club. And according to multiple sources, longtime Red Wings captain Dylan Larkin has recently requested a trade from Detroit. At ice levels, Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Final. Hurricanes battling the Golden Knights. Vegas looking to take a 2-0 series lead. Puck drop scheduled for 6 o'clock. In Day 3, Elks injury report. Joe Robustelli, Brett Boyko have both been ruled out for the team's season opener against the Redblacks on Saturday. Robustelli with a hamstring issue, Boyko with a hand injury. Week 1 CFL action kicks off out in Hamilton. The Alouettes challenging the Tiger Cats. No Winton McManus for the Ticats due to a knee injury, while Montreal running back Stevie Scott is sidelined with a hamstring ailment. Kickoff goes at 5:30 for that one. And in baseball, the Jays and Braves close out their series just after 5 o'clock. Toronto giving Mason Flaherty the start. Chris Sale on the mound for Atlanta. Over in soccer news, Maxime Crepeau, he's been named as Canada's starting goalkeeper for the World Cup. This sports update is brought to you by the Ranch Golf Club. The Ranch Golf Club delivers premier conditions, top-notch service, and unmatched value every round. It's why they're Alberta's top choice for corporate golf events. Visit theranchgolf.com today to find out more. The show rolls on following the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
TSN's Jamie McLennan.
I think Bruce Cassidy fits every bill for the Edmonton Oilers. Tongue-in-cheek, I've brought up Daryl Sutter's name, too, on a one-year deal. Hauling him off the farm and having him attack these guys for a year, I think that would be great as well. But what they need, hardened coaches. Waugh and Laviolette fit the bill for any team that is looking for that.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings 6 to 9. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
When you bet with Play Alberta, you give back to Alberta. That's because it's the only app in the province that puts all revenue directly back into supporting programs and services that Albertans rely on every day. So next time you place a wager on your favorite team, know that you're also making a difference across the province through Alberta's General Revenue Fund. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus. If you gamble, use your game sense.
When you cater with Royal Pizza, you're getting the same great pizzas, pastas, and salads you love, just bigger and built for a crowd. Perfect for teams, offices, or parties, Royal Pizza's catering brings real value around $10 per person. Delicious, high quality, and easy. If you like their pastas, you'll love their catering pastas even more. Visit royalpizza.ca or contact your local store for exact pricing and details.
So come on home, Royal Pizza, still making it great.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
Hey sports fans, I'm Alistair Johnston with Canada Soccer. The biggest sporting event in the world is coming to Canada this summer, and we hope that you're just as excited as we are. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I can't wait to share it with the whole country.
Sentinel Storage, official storage partner of Canada Soccer.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
We're hanging out in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Good day, bad day, either way. Happy hour is on at the Canadian Brewhouse Monday to Saturday, 2 to 6 p.m. Deals starting at $3.99. The Canadian Brewhouse, your day just got happier. All right. 780-218-9999 is how you can text us. The River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Email Reid at edmontonsportstalk.com. Jay at edmontonsportstalk.com. Jay also getting ready for Saturday's GCL Diesel pre- and post-game shows with Matthew Wannock. So the
Commonwealth Stadium.
Green and Gold kickoff show. Sorry, what? What did I say?
You said GCL Diesel. You're still in Oilers mode.
Oh, I'm in Oilers mode. What am I doing?
No, it's a Green and Gold kickoff show. Presented by Commonwealth
Sorry
Stadium.
about that.
It's nice to be
well,
sponsored.
We like GCL Diesel,
it's nice
too.
to be sponsored
we love
by
everybody.
a stadium.
Yeah.
It does feel good.
So you're on at 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock.
For the home games, you'll actually be at Commonwealth Stadium.
We will.
Which is pretty cool.
We'll be live from a solitary confined room at the Commonwealth.
Well, you're not going to be locked up.
I wanted to do it on the swim deck.
Oh, that would have been something.
Maddie and I in our trunks. Hey, go for a slide. Why not?
All right, so 4 o'clock for our Elks coverage on Saturday.
Wait.
So let's get into this. And again, your participation is welcome here. And this is buying or selling for Damon Bunting, a consistent top-producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 18 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community-driven, he understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out, DamonBunting.com, Instagram handle of Damon Bunting Real Estate. This is our guaranteed to be correct CFL predictions.
I love it.
So we're going to have some fun with this and see how we do. This is a lot of predictions this week. We predicted the Stanley Cup Final, the NBA Finals, and now we're predicting the CFL season.
What a time to be alive, Reid.
So we'll go, well, I think this first part, we go relatively quick. Well, okay, East Division standings. Let's start there. I have Ottawa last. I know they got Dinwiddie, but I'm not sure about their quarterback position. Jake Muir is good. I don't know if he's great. He's
I
very up and
also
down.
have Ottawa last. look, it's a new coach, new general manager, new quarterback, new pieces. This looks eerily similar to an Elks team from a year ago.
Right.
And as we know, we're talking with, professional athletes like Cody Fajardo, it takes time to gel. I just don't know if Ottawa's going to be there this year. I have them 4th in the East. I have Toronto 3rd, Reid.
So do I. I think Chad Kelly's very good, but I can't, I don't know about what they have otherwise. I know they won a couple of years ago, but they weren't that great last year either.
Yeah, I agree. I don't believe, Chad Kelly has to prove me wrong. I think the Elks could have got him twice last year. Those were 2 very close games.
Mm-hmm.
I also have Toronto 3rd.
Did he play against the Elks last year?
No, I don't think he did.
I don't think he did. Anyway.
But I just I didn't see a team in Toronto that is earth shattering. I don't see them on the rise, on the decline. I just think they're meh.
So I think the top 2 in the East are clear. I will take the Alouettes to finish 2nd and Hamilton to finish 1st, though I easily could have reversed that.
We're the exact same.
Okay, so we picked the division the same.
Yeah, we picked the division the same. Hamilton, Montreal, and then the rest. But like you said, that could flip-flop 1-2.
And they play tonight. That's good. That's a good start.
It's a good opener.
Season.
It is a good opener. I just feel like Hamilton was moving in the right directions. They made some additions on defense. They've got the best safety in the Canadian Football League in Stavros Katsantonis out of UBC.
Right.
That guy is a game changer.
Yeah, I thought Hamilton's maybe defense for this year might be a little bit better than Montreal, so that's why I gave them the edge. So we're both going Hamilton, Montreal, Toronto, Ottawa. By the way, while you're listening to us and playing along with your own picks, either sending them in or just picking at home, click that thumbs up button on YouTube. We want to get to 100 thumbs. We are over 50 halfway through the show, so don't delay. Get in there and click.
Please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb.
All right, there it is.
Yeah, they did bring in Wynton McManus. Hamilton did. So that was a standout linebacker. He's got the Razor Ramon toothpick always in his mouth.
Right.
He is a stud middle linebacker. So that's going to bolster up Hamilton's defense.
And was he Toronto?
He was Toronto.
So that's a loss for Toronto.
Toronto.
Okay.
Now, he's not in the game tonight.
Okay.
He's listed as out this week, but a very solid player, which will bolster Hamilton's defense for sure, because the offense is there.
At the West, let's start at the top of the West instead of starting at the bottom.
Sure. I have the British Columbia Lions.
I'm sticking with Saskatchewan. I think BC will be very good, but I'll give the defending champs the benefit of the doubt. I mean, Corey Mace, good coach, good program there. They got a lot of key players back. So I'll go with the Riders to win the West in the regular season.
Yeah, I have BC to finish first in the West. Okay. I'm not as bullish on the Saskatchewan Roughriders.
Okay, interesting. I have the Lions second. I mean, here's the thing. As long as Rourke's the quarterback, they're gonna have a chance.
That's why I have them first.
Okay.
Because Rourke is still young. He's the best quarterback in the CFL.
Mm-hmm.
He can use his legs. They have targets in BC. Their defense, is it
not as good?
Well, they give up points. They did last year. That's just Benavides' defense. They're going to give up points, but when you have Nathan Rourke and the weapons that they do, they can put up 40 points a game, right? So that's why I have BC first in the West. I have the Edmonton Elks second in the West.
Interesting. Okay.
Home playoff game.
That'd be amazing.
Long
overdue.
Hosting Saskatchewan, who I have finishing third in the West.
Okay. So I've put the Elks third. There's still, and I get it. We're going to see it coming into the chat now and in the inbox, 780-218-9999. But we're going to get both sides of it. We're going to get, guys, yeah, this is the Elks. They're finally going to turn the corner. And we're going to get the other side of it saying, guys, 5 years out of the playoffs, why should this year be any different? I get both sides of the argument. But looking at it as objectively as I can, they do have continuity in key areas from last season, including the coaching staff. And they do have a general manager and a coach who want an identity and want certain types of players and certain types of body types and certain types of attitudes.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they've done a pretty good job getting those players. I don't think it's enough right now to win a championship. And obviously, in my mind, I don't think it's enough to quite get a home playoff game, though, again, it's long overdue, 15. So I'll give you the Elks record. I'm going to have the Elks going 10-8. 3 more wins than last year. And I think that, those wins are going to come. I'm going to give all the early season stuff. I don't think this is going to be an 0-7 start, 0-9 like we've seen in recent years. I think the defense is legitimately good. I think maybe the offense will take a little longer to gel because there's so many new receivers and some new O-linemen. But I think early in the season when offenses tend to struggle, the defense can really limit some of their opponents. And they got to start going into Winnipeg and winning a game, going into Vancouver and winning a game, more regularly. I think they have the talent and the attitude to do that enough to get into third place at 10-8.
Okay, I have the Elks finishing second with a record of 11-7. Okay? Here's the thing, Reid. The continuity, like you said, it's there. Okay? They have a more than serviceable quarterback. They have one of the top running backs in the CFL. Now, I know he wasn't ranked that way in the CFL top 50. I don't care. I know what they have in Justin Rankin. I firmly believe that Justin Rankin will have a season, a major season. And you know why, Reid? Because they have a massively upgraded offensive line. They have the right pieces at O-line. They have a mean son of a bitch in Carter O'Donnell at left guard that is eerily similar to the Elks president, Chris Morris, when he played. I like the anger of the offensive line moving forward. I like the size that they have at wide receiver positions. Not only are they going to be able to move the ball downfield with the arm, they are going to open up a lot of running room for somebody that if he's in the open, he's gone. Justin Rankin, I'm predicting to have a massive, massive year. And I have Saskatchewan in third. I'll just tell you, I have Saskatchewan, Calgary, Winnipeg. That's my third, fourth, and fifth teams. Saskatchewan, it all rides or dies with Trevor Harris, who is not getting any younger. If Trevor Harris were to run into an injury, Zach Collaros, I don't think will make it through a third of this season. I mean, he's been injury prone the last 2 seasons. I hate to say it. He's a legendary quarterback in the CFL. He's great on the panel at Grey Cup. I just don't see him staying healthy. So that's why, I mean, who does Saskatchewan go to? Tommy Stevens as their backup?
Winnipeg listing. Oh, yeah, they have Elgersma.
Well, they have Elgersma.
Where's Strevler now? He's not on Winnipeg. Coob, where's Strevler now? I can't even remember.
I'm trying to check here.
Anyway, I will say this. I realized Fajardo was one of the 2 quarterbacks not to make the CFL's top 50 players. But if someone goes, if all the starting quarterbacks go down in the West Division, do the Elks maybe have the best backup with Powell?
I would say
so. I mean, Elgersma, I guess, had a look in the NFL, so maybe people would say Winnipeg, but he hasn't played in the CFL.
Strevler became a free agent upon the expiry of his contract February 10th, 2026.
Is he unsigned?
He announced his retirement from professional football on March 29th.
Sorry, I missed that.
Yeah, as did I. But even Elgersman, okay, that's a big jump from playing youth sports. I know you went to a couple camps and you spent a year in the practice. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Other quarterbacks have done that and not fared so well in the CFL. I'd love to see a Canadian talent come up and the new era of quarterback at Winnipeg be Tyler Elgersma, but it's going to take a little bit of runway to get there. I just look at I don't know what to think of Calgary. I do know, again, the Vernon Adams Jr. is probably going to have 3 to 5 games that he's missing. Right? He's just injury prone. And you said it, if there are injuries, which the CFL is a 2-quarterback league.
Yeah.
You need to have 2 quarterbacks. I feel like the Elks have one of the best, most competent, most game-ready backup quarterbacks in Taylor Powell. And even the BC Lions, Jared Dagey is their backup. Now,
I don't know if he is, actually.
What's the depth chart saying? Because actually that depth chart should be out.
I don't even see him. They got Chase Bryce listed. And Caden Salter.
Did they? Okay, maybe they, or maybe I'm misspeaking. Sorry.
I think they released him. Yeah, they released him on the weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's not even there.
Well, Reid, to be honest, I mean, okay. But that's just even another layer to this.
Right.
Is who? Who's the guy?
Yeah, I'm going Calgary 4th, Winnipeg 5th. Now, part of this is just, for me, at some point, Winnipeg is not going to be as good. And I think we've already seen that. And I just wonder if this is the year maybe it drops off a little more for them. And Calgary, was 8-3 last year. Then they lost 4 in a row. Then they won their last 3, so they did wind up 11-7. I think the Stamps overachieved a little bit last season, so I don't know if they're going to get to 11 wins again. So my West is, and I am being a little bit optimistic, I think, for the home team, but I'm going Saskatchewan, BC, Edmonton, Calgary, Winnipeg.
Yeah, and I'm also being optimistic, but people that know me know that that's just how I generally am. I have BC, Edmonton at 11-7. So BC first, Edmonton, Saskatchewan, Calgary, Winnipeg. The other part about the Edmonton story for me, Reid, is that this defense, I don't know, they just made some really good moves in the offseason. Their defensive line was an issue last year. They've brought in one of the best pass rushers in the CFL. Apparently just an all-out baller, if you talk to Lieutenant Eric,
right,
who cheered for him as a member of the Saskatchewan Roughriders, and Malik Carney. That's a game changer on the D-line. J.J. Ross, I know I've spoke highly about him. What did Austin Mack? Who did Austin Mack mention?
Right.
He mentioned J.J. Ross, a little unknown J.J. Ross. I think J.J. Ross is going to have maybe even more of an eye-opening season this year, barring injury, of course, than Justin Rankin. There, I said it. He is special.
All right, so we're relatively close, but not exactly close.
We're really close.
Yeah, we're pretty close. Well, I mean, there's only there's only 9 teams in the league, so you can't.
The East was the same.
They're in 2 divisions, so you can't be more than a couple spots off on teams.
We just had Saskatchewan and Edmonton flipped.
Oh, that's true, yeah. Now, we'll do the Grey Cup at the end. Most outstanding player, there's a lot of fun people you could mention for this one. Hopefully Rankin's a candidate here in Edmonton. I think Rourke is going to be a candidate for the next 10 to 15 years in Vancouver. Bo Levi, he could be one for another 4 or 5 years. I'm going to go with Davis Alexander as MOP because he's been a great story. He's a great player. You were away, but he was on the show before Christmas when Justin Lawrence, the center for the Alouettes, sat in for you and got his quarterback on the show. So I'll go with Davis Alexander, quarterback for the Owls, to win most outstanding player.
I like that pick, Reid. And you know what? If he could stay healthy, there's a very good chance of him winning that. Bo Levi Mitchell's got to be in that conversation. Obviously, Nathan Rourke, I believe, would be the odds-on favorite to win the MOP.
Well, you could probably pick him every year for the next 10 years and be right 3 or 4 times if you just wanted to be safe. Right?
Justin Rankin had a combined 734 yards rushing and receiving last year. He was over 1,000 yards rushing. I think it was 1,012 yards. He was over 700 yards receiving. If Justin Rankin can rush for over 1,000 yards and receive for over 1,000 yards and have that breakthrough season where he goes into CFL superstar status, there is a world where Justin Rankin can win the MOP.
Yeah, or any combination to get him to 2,000 yards from scrimmage.
If the Elks, look at this, if the Elks do what I've predicted here and finish second and host the Western semifinal, and Justin Rankin rips off 2,000 all-purpose yards, rushing and receiving, it'd be hard to deny him the MOP. So that's my highly optimistic pick for the MOP is Justin Rankin.
Okay, well, the last time an Elk won the MOP, well, they were the Esks still. That was Mike Riley in 2016, the year after they last won the Grey Cup. All right, so, and then now, is that also your optimistic Elks prediction tied in with your MOP prediction?
No.
Okay, we decided let's do an optimistic Elks prediction. Maybe overly optimistic.
Sure.
Mine is going to be that the Elks lead the league in interceptions.
Lead the league in interceptions.
Do you still have that page open? That they were 7th last year. They didn't get a lot of picks. They got a better secondary. They've played together for a long time. Fajardo was on the show last week and mentioned how good they are at disguising coverages and even sort of deceiving him in practice. So I think there are some quarterbacks they can do that to this year. I'm going to say the Elks lead the league in interceptions.
Wow. The Elks last year were 8th.
Oh, 8th.
In interceptions.
Did they get to double digits?
Trying to find it here. Turnovers for, they were 31. Second last in the league.
Okay.
Turnover ratio, they finished +4.
Okay, well, I'll say they lead the league in interceptions.
That would be that would be huge. That would be a major change.
That's my overly specific, perhaps overly optimistic prediction.
Interesting, because we didn't talk about this. Well, we hardly talk off air, but we didn't talk about this because it's funny. My overly optimistic / specific Elks prediction goes hand in hand with what you're suggesting with the Elks leading the interception category for stats. I have J.J. Ross as a CFL first-team All-Star.
Oh, good. Well, yeah, he's a great chance to do that. I like that one.
We should get J.J. Ross on our show. We should do a show from J.J. Ross
from his place.
Stall, locker stall.
Not sure if he'd want to do that or not.
He's a really nice guy. He might surprise you.
Yeah. Okay. Now, last year for divisional All-Stars on defense, the Elks had exactly 0.
That's a problem.
Yeah. And on offense, what am I looking at here? Actually, the Elks had nobody last year. They did not have anybody on the West Division All-Star team. Because Mills got the running back. But yeah, I mean, I guess they still were out of the playoffs last year, so why would you expect them to have a lot of All-Stars?
Collingwood Rob says, Reid, Jay, these predictions sound like how Bowman arrives at his decisions. Is that a compliment?
Just hashing it out?
Well, we'll see what happens here with Nurse. Maybe you'll change your tune.
We're still going to talk about that. We still have the Oilers Understood coming up. All right, Grey Cup prediction. I'll go first. I think it's going to go east. That'd be the 4th straight year. Now, I'm picking BC to finish second in the West, but then win in Regina for the West Final. I'll say Hamilton gets it done in the East this year, and I'll say one of my mom's most hated players, Bo Levi, takes the Hamilton Tiger Cats to the Grey Cup this season.
Okay, this is once again optimistic. I had the Elks finishing second, which means in my prediction they would host Saskatchewan. Think they can get that done. I think there is a crossover this year. I think Calgary goes in.
So
and
do I. I
faces
say
Montreal.
Calgary's crosses over, yeah.
And if Edmonton's rolling and they're playing a special brand of football, a defensive first brand of football, if they can get on track, who knows what'll happen. So for me, it's a why not? I may have a future on this as well, but it's Edmonton versus Hamilton in the Coupe de Grey in Calgary, McMahon Stadium.
Right.
Do you think we'd go?
I have no idea.
Like, would you and me just go?
I don't know.
Would
for work?
Just for pleasure.
Well, no, if we're going, we're going for work.
Would you want to go?
That's not practical, Jay.
Why
I wouldn't
not?
want to go. It would have to be for work.
Well, it's on a weekend, dude. You mean can't do?
Well, would you go?
I
think I have a much more availability to be able to just get up and go than you.
If you said, Jay, it would be my lifelong dream fulfilled if you were to accompany me to the Grey Cup in Calgary. I would be there in a minute.
I'd be going as a member of the media.
Okay, that still doesn't change the ask that I'm asking you to make to me.
Well, we'll see if they're in it or not.
I guess we will.
So you're taking Edmonton to win the Grey Cup.
Why not?
That's incredibly optimistic.
Yeah, why not?
I don't think they're. I don't think they're there yet. I want them to be good. I don't know if they're there yet.
Look, I think that is that slightly optimistic. No, I think it's very highly optimistic. But I'm not naive. I do believe this team is itching to turn it around. I just don't know if they have enough to be honest, at the quarterback position. If they have the arm and the quarterback to get them through, I think they have everything else. And if they can use Justin Rankin the way that he should be used, which is a lot and heavy, and in the pass game as well, yeah, I don't see a reason they can't.
All right, I'll do this later, my June and July stuff, because I looked all that up. Waddy and Cloverdale with a limerick. Emailing it to reid@edmontonsportstalk.com, jay@edmontonsportstalk.com. Hall for Larson, 1 for 1. Not the worst Peter had done. Reinhardt? Oh, fart. Barzell and Oil Country would have been fun. Pretty good. We wanted limericks about trades or about Darnell Nurse. We're going to discuss the situation with him when we get back in the Oil Understood for GCL Diesel. Between 5 and 5:15, we're going to give away 4 vouchers for tickets to Riverhawks games. We'll have a trivia question for that. Here's Zachary Kubish.
Big news in Oil Country. Sportsnet has reported that Oilers general manager Stan Bowman is set to meet with Darnell Nurse regarding his future with the club. And according to multiple sources, longtime Red Wings captain Dylan Larkin has recently requested a trade from Detroit at ice level. It's Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Final. Hurricanes battling the Golden Knights. Vegas looking to take a 2-0 series lead. Puck drop at 6 o'clock. For the Elks, their injury report, Joe Robustelli, Brett Boyko have both been ruled out for the team's season opener against the Redblacks this Saturday. Robustelli with a hamstring issue, Boyko with a hand injury. Week 1 CFL action kicks off in Hamilton as the Ticats play host to the Alouettes. No Wynton McManus for the Ticats due to a knee injury, while Montreal running back Stevie Scott is sidelined with a hamstring ailment. Kickoff is scheduled for 5:30. To baseball, the Jays and Braves close their series just after 5. Mason Flaherty starting on the mound for Toronto. And in soccer news, Canada has named Maxime Crépeau as their starting goalkeeper for the World Cup. This sports update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring. Edmonton is expecting some changes this offseason, and I'm talking about your flooring. Paramount Flooring brings over 30 years of trusted service and expert installation. No permission is needed to speak with them. Visit their showroom, open 7 days a week, or online at paramountflooring.ca. The Oilers discussion continues. Here on the Reid Wilkins Show, I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The EST Hangout.
So I'd say BC, Saskatchewan. I'm going to go with Edmonton, 3rd. So I'll say Edmonton, Calgary, Winnipeg at the bottom. I don't think Klaus finishes the season.
No.
I think he gets hurt at some point and he's done for the season. And he's done for the career.
Elgersma then comes in and it's the new era.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Goodwill is
one shopper, finding something I never knew I needed. A jacket, a deal, one donor, letting go of something so someone else can move forward.
One program participant,
learning,
trying,
building skills,
building confidence,
building a future.
One purchase, one donation,
one job, one choice.
Goodwill is
the power of one. The power of one. The power of one.
The power of one.
Goodwill Industries of Alberta. It all starts with one.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
When you bet with Play Alberta, you give back to Alberta. That's because it's the only app in the province that puts all revenue directly back into supporting programs and services that Albertans rely on every day. So next time you place a wager on your favorite team, know that you're also making a difference across the province through Alberta's General Revenue Fund. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus. If you gamble, use your game sense.
Hey sports fans, I'm Alistair Johnston with Canada Soccer. The biggest sporting event in the world is coming to Canada this summer, and we hope that you're just as excited as we are. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I can't wait to share it with the whole country.
Sentinel Storage, official storage partner of Canada Soccer.
Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta. Go to playalberta.ca/EST. Get a nice little surprise there, and also look for Jay's play of the day. He's taken the over on the hockey game and the CFL game. We left out the Coop. So we asked you to have your Elks record ready and your Grey Cup record or prediction ready, right? Mm-hmm. What do you have?
For the Elks, they're going to go 10-8, and Grey Cup, it's going to be Hamilton over BC.
Oh, Coob matched me.
Exactly.
Great minds think alike.
I had this before. We didn't even talk.
No, we didn't talk at all.
You guys say we barely talk off air.
That's true. We work in another area of the building.
Well, we do. Yeah, I stand most of the time with Eric.
Is that why you like that other room? Because you get to stand?
Yeah, if there was a standing option, I need to get one of those like pedaling desks.
Oh, where you can just roll around. You just Well, Coob's got a meeting. He pulls his whole workstation in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember for a while it was the fat. Do people still do that? They sit on those big balls.
Oh, the yoga balls?
Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Bosu balls.
The exercise balls. Yeah.
Yeah. The big inflatable
balls. Were those
balls
actually healthy, or was that just a fad that people thought was healthy?
I think it's supposed to correct your posture.
Right.
You're supposed to sit upright in order to maintain stabilization
on
said ball.
Well, when you have the lumbar support of the chair on the backing, it kind of takes away any pressure that you have yourself. That's
what my daughters will often say. Dad, posture check, especially when I'm sitting at watching them play.
Right.
You're
They'll yell at you from the court?
No.
You're like, pay attention to the game, Jablonski.
Grace is dribbling up the floor. Posture check, Dad.
Stand straight. Yeah.
Say, get your eyes on the game. What are you looking at me for? Just kidding.
That's amazing. All right, so there we have it. Cube and I are both taking Hamilton over BC in the Grey Cup. Jay is taking Edmonton over Hamilton. Cube and I have the Elks going 10-8, and Jay has them going 11-7. In that area would be, I'd love them to go 18-0, but in that category, in that area would certainly get them into the playoffs for the first time since 2019.
Fun note here from Andrea from Calgary in the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox at 780-218-9999. She says, my EST merch just arrived. The thin hoodie has instantly become a favorite long sleeve, so comfy and a nice fit. The sweatpants are also nice. So I guess if
you drove them down there.
If you ordered part of the EST spring sale, I guess your stuff should be coming soon, I guess. Hey? I can't wait to see.
So it's getting delivered to people's homes?
Yes.
Oh, I thought they had to come here to pick it up.
No, Chelsea from the Hive.
It's all taken care of. Shows you how little I know.
Well, that's okay. Sometimes knowing less is better.
That's actually true.
Yeah.
Sometimes ignorance is bliss.
Well, it is. I didn't know about this. How am I supposed to know about this? This is above my pay grade.
It's not my department. Well, that's actually true.
It is.
The merch stuff is not our department. So if somebody's like, "Hey, Reid, where's my merch?" I would be like, I should not answer that because I don't know.
Blame it on Matt.
I can try to find out, but I do not know.
Hulu Boy Steve says, "Whoa, Jay has an alter ego of an angry coach."
Where? Oh, the guy you just did.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's his real self.
Yeah, as when I'm coaching, the only people I get angry at are referees.
And that other coach who accused you of.
I didn't get angry about. I didn't get angry.
Oh, you just
to him.
ignored him.
I just said, "Don't talk to me anymore."
Did anything else ever come out of that?
No. Maybe we'll become best friends one day.
Oh, maybe.
Probably not.
McDiesel wants EST Reid Wilkins Heartbreak Kid Red Heart Shades. That is an interesting connection. That's a very interesting connection. McDiesel, overly specific and quite unusual. Like we like unusual stuff. It's not a put down. It's just an observation. We say unusual stuff all the time.
We do.
So if a listener says it, we'll say, "Hey, that's also unusual." That's fine. I just didn't. That's out of left field. That's out of foul territory. That's out of the adjacent slow pitch diamond. We'll be like, what the hell is that? Oh, it's just McDiesel lobbing stuff onto our diamond.
We should probably do the oil understood after 5 o'clock.
After 5 o'clock. Okay, I'll do my other Elk stuff here.
Sure.
It's on this paper.
2022, they went 0-3 in June, 2-2 in July. 2023, they went 0-4 in June, 0-4 in July. Started 0-9. 2024, 0-4 in June, 0-3 in July. Last year, 0-3 in June, 1-3 in July. In June and July in the last 4 seasons, the Elks are 3-26. In the month of June in the last 4 seasons, the Elks are 0-14. Now, they did not play games in June or July in neither 2021 nor 2020. There was no season in 2020, and the season in 2021 didn't start until August. And remember, it was shortened to 14 games. So their last win in June was June 21st, 2019. They beat the BC Lions at Commonwealth 39-23. And the last time the Elks started 1-0 was the previous week, June 19th or June 14th, 2019. They beat Montreal at Commonwealth 32-26. So, yeah, it's been a while. Why is my phone... I got to change my notifications. It's telling me that it's giving me a notification for the Elks and the Redblacks. I don't need 72-hour warnings or 48-hour warnings for the games. So, I mean, that's been part of it. I mean, look, the team hasn't been great, but there were a couple of those. I mean, last year was a great example. They had a stretch where they won 6 out of 9 games. Going 6-3 in a 9-game stretch is pretty good, but you're playing catch-up most of the season. And then they were 7-9, and then they were kind of already eliminated. I mean, that last game against Calgary, they had injuries and didn't dress a great team and lost to the Stamps. So, start well. Like somebody put in the nasty chat, like can they be 2-1 in June? I would hope so. I mean, they're like if you go by last year's standings, they're not favored against anybody except Ottawa and I guess Toronto. Like, so they got to. If they're
not favored against Ottawa this week,
right? Which I find odd. But if you just always go by last year, then you would expect them never to get good. Eventually, something has to change. Like I'm saying, Winnipeg's not going to be good every year. I think they're already starting to drop off. But you got to get some wins early. You have to beat other good teams. There were signs of life last year. I mean, last year. They beat Calgary at home in the Labor Day rematch. They beat Winnipeg at home. They beat Saskatchewan at home. They at least stayed alive. They looked good in those games. Like they looked like a real football team. They didn't win because Trey Ford ran around and made a couple of crazy plays. Like they played solid football. So can they go into Ottawa and win? I think they can. And then can you win one of the next? Was it they got Saskatchewan? They got Montreal and then Winnipeg. Can they win one of those two? I hope so. I mean, if you want me to really believe they're turning it around, then they got to get some kind of signature wins like that early in the season. Just my thoughts, Jay.
Well, and Reid, I just cannot keep harping on how significant the upgrades are to this offensive line. Okay, there were several games last year where it was a jailbreak on the right side of that offensive line, play after play after play. Okay.
Well, they want to be better on first down. They want to be more physical on both sides of the ball. I think there was physicality on the defensive side of the ball in good stretches last year. So those are some of the keys. Weeben in the nasty chat says, I'll say it, those numbers are not ideal. Weeben with a great ability for understatement. But I think we know what he's saying. It's like, so take out 2022, they actually went 2-2 in July. So in the last 3 seasons, they have 1 win in June and July. They have not won a game in June since 2019. Now, again, in 2 of those years in there weren't games in June. So not totally fair, but still, that's a long time.
It is. And this has to change, Reid. I mean, you can't live with these kind of results for too long before those diehard fans start to tune you out. Right?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just feel confident about the people that are in place in this organization. I think the shift started last year. It's going to continue this year. Whether they host a playoff game, just make the playoffs, Reid. Like that would be a substantial enough boost in the placement where you finish in this league for fans to say, okay, things are happening here. I just feel like this team has made some significant changes that aren't just good on paper. Like Austin Mack said earlier, he's never been a part of this team. He didn't know what the attitude was like with this team, but now he knows, and it's for real, and it's legit.
All right, we're going to get the Blue Jays on here for half an hour, then the football game.
You got it, boss.
Fair. Oil understood for GCL Diesel when we get back.
2 guys and a goalie.
Hire it or fire it, Joaquin. Combines in pro sports are a waste of time.
I believe in hockey they are. They're so young. There's so much more maturity to do physically.
I'm with you on that.
It's just the manner that they're doing. Like what? Reminds me of physical fitness excellence when I was a kid in elementary school.
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
When you bet with Play Alberta, you give back to Alberta. That's because it's the only app in the province that puts all revenue directly back into supporting programs and services that Albertans rely on every day. So next time you place a wager on your favorite team, know that you're also making a difference across the province through Alberta's General Revenue Fund. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus. If you gamble, use your game sense.
The Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for any scenario. You finished work early? Happy hour. You finished work because you accidentally hit reply all to the entire company? Big happy hour. Your boss said, great job. Happy hour. Your boss said, per my last email. Ugh, emergency happy hour. You finally closed the big deal. Happy hour. With a huge selection of ice cold drinks and great food, the Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for whatever just happened at work. The Canadian Brewhouse. Your day just got happier.
It doesn't start on game day. It starts before kickoff, before the first snap, before the noise, before everyone else. This is Edmonton football. The only way to experience it is being there when it happens. Every hit, catch, and touchdown. Season seats, flex packs, groups, single games. There's a way in for everyone. Edmonton Elks. Our city, our year. Get your seats now at goelks.com/tickets.
River Cree Resort and Casino and K97 proudly present Prism and Aldanova. May 29th in the venue. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Some of us are walking, others are biking. Together, we are accelerating the pace of MS research breakthroughs. This May, join Sentinel Storage at an MS walk in your community. Sentinel Storage, proud partner of MS Canada.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
Oilers News. Sportsnet has reported that Oilers general manager Stan Bowman is set to meet with Darnell Nurse regarding his future with the club. And according to multiple sources, longtime Red Wings captain Dylan Larkin has recently requested a trade from Detroit. At ice level, it's Game 2. Stanley Cup Final, Hurricanes hosting the Golden Knights. Vegas looking to make it a 2-0 series in favor of them. Puck drop goes at 6. Day 3 Elks injury report. Joe Robustelli, Brett Boyko have been rolled out for the team's season opener against the Redblacks on Saturday. Robustelli with a hamstring injury. Boyko with a hand issue. In Week 1 CFL action starts out in Hamilton. Ticats going at it against the Alouettes. No Winton McManus for the Ticats due to a knee issue, while Montreal running back Stevie Scott is sidelined with a hamstring ailment. Kickoff goes at 5:30 for that. And in baseball, Jays Braves just about to get underway in their series closer. Mason Flaherty starts for Toronto. In soccer news, Maxime Crépeau, he's been named as Canada's starting goalkeeper for the World Cup. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. The third and final hour of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
We're so lucky. We're so lucky. Blue Jays game on the tube here. It's about to start. We'll flip over to football at 5:30. Stanley Cup Final game thing. I'll probably focus on the Cup Final tonight just because it is the Cup Final. But Saturday, I'm watching Elks when there's an overlap.
Oh, yeah.
Elks is the focus Saturday.
Sure
is.
is.
But today I'm watching the game with a friend. But I'll flip to the CFL for sure. But I think I'll focus on the Cup Final tonight since it is that time of year.
I'm going to be focusing on the CFL game and probabilities of grade 8 math.
Oh, you're doing some tutoring.
Probabilities of parents who have 4 children in total. What are the probability that all the children are boys?
But you have 3 children.
I know. This is the question, and I'm asking.
Oh, so okay.
My daughter's in grade 8. She's currently working on probabilities. So one of the questions we worked through last night was there are parents that have 4 children. What is the probability that they have 4 boys?
1 in 32.
No.
Well, 1 in 16.
1 in 8. So,
but it's 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2.
See, that's what my daughter thought, and then we went through her textbook, and they do these diagrams. So the way you got child 1 can either be a boy or a girl.
Correct.
Child 2 can be a boy or a girl.
Assuming the first one's a boy.
Boy or girl. So you can have boy or boy girl.
So we only need to worry about the boy
girl boy
tree,
or
right?
girl. And then from there you do 4 more.
Okay.
Of these, so that by your 4th child, for the boy option, it's 1/8.
But it's ignoring that the first child is a 1 in 2 chance of being a boy.
Yes.
That's what I did. I went 1 out of 2 times 1 out of 2 times 1 out of 2 times 1 out of 2.
That's the way
I should make math textbooks, everybody.
When we looked at it and we figured it out with it's called a tree diagram, for those wondering. It's awesome. So I said to my daughter, I'm like, hey, just run this by your math teacher and make sure, because she's got a quiz tomorrow.
I remember when Tom Higgins was coaching the Esks, somebody said, well, you want to finish like first in the West, because if you finish because then it's a 1 in 2 chance of making it. Whereas if you're second or third, it's only a 1 in 3, right? And he goes, no, actually it's a 1 in 4 because you have to play 2 games.
Right.
It's the first place team has a bye.
Yeah.
But it's still any of the teams that have to play. It's not a 1 in 3 just because you're 1 in 3 teams to make the playoffs. It's how many games do you have to play. Only Higgins would correct that. Weeben says, I think Reid is right. I didn't graduate though.
That's okay.
Weeben, I think I'm right too. We should be friends. No, but Weeben understands my Well, you understand my logic.
Yeah, that's what my daughter did too. She went 1/2 by 1/2
see, that
by
one
1/2.
is ignoring that the first child is also a 1 in 2.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's not that boy there. It's ignoring that he himself is a 1 in 2 chance. By the way, we're giving away 4 vouchers to Riverhawks to get Riverhawks tickets. So, you can use these for a game of your choice. For tickets to a future game of your choice. You have to answer a trivia question. You have to text into 780-218-9999. That is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Check out the River Cree mobile app. It's free to download. You can get exclusive offers and promotions. You can get show tickets, make reservations for hotel rooms and restaurants. It's safe, secure, and it's easy to use.
See, I think this diagram, this tree diagram, is screwing things up. Because wouldn't the formula be 1 half
Yes.
times 1 half times 1 half times 1 half.
That's how I got.
Which is 2
That's how I
times
got
2 is 4
16,
times
right?
2 is 8 times 2 is 16.
That's how I got 1/16.
1 over 16.
Yes.
Which is 6.25%.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's ignoring the 1 out of 2 chance for the first child being a boy. My God, our curriculum's broken.
It's, this school system busted.
All right, the skill testing question.
Scotty Notes says, is this the
This
skill
isn't it. That's why I use that phrase. He planted it in my head. Why must you plant lingo in me, Scotty? Who is the Toronto Blue Jays career leader in wins? First correct answer. You're
Sure.
watching the text
I'm
line,
on it,
780-218-9999 for River Cree Resort and Casino inbox.
Say the question again.
Who is the Blue Jays career leader in wins?
What is
as a pitcher?
So this is for 4 vouchers
to get Riverhawks tickets.
Any game you want to go to.
Yeah, I think so.
That's cool.
I guess you could go yourself 4 times, I would assume.
Why couldn't
Or you
you?
take yourself, Jablonski, the bookbinder, and the Riverline to
And
a
this
game.
math teacher.
And this math teacher. The math teacher would walk up like, I got a voucher for 4 tickets. Could I get 5? No, it doesn't work that way. Career leader in wins as a pitcher. You got to text him in, 780-218-9999. We got it already? Who got it?
Alex.
Okay. Dave Steeb, 175. Well, I knew it. I wrote it down.
Well done, Alex. That was fast.
Good job.
I'll text you, Alex, and we'll get...
But first, you got to do the off-topic update for William Huff.
Right. So
Hang on, Alex.
The off-topic topic for William Huff was an athlete/endorsement combo. I found this one to be quite funny because it brought back some good memories. Sean texts this in, the George Foreman grill.
Oh, yeah. How did we not think of that?
Like, that is
It's got his name
legendary
on it.
status.
It's got his name on it.
And he does provide detail about the George Foreman
I
grill.
have one somewhere, I think. I don't know if
Do
I've
you?
used it in a while. Yeah.
He says, let's have a grill with no on-off switch and no heat regulator. It just goes from off to nuclear. Also, let's not put a lock on the top grill. Who cares if it falls shut and Panini grills someone's hand? That comes in from Sean.
I don't remember. I thought mine had a...
I think it was plug in or not.
It was either on or... Okay.
Because do you remember that scene, that cold open from The Office when Michael Scott
That he was
burnt his
grilling
foot?
something in bed, yeah.
Because he likes the smell of bacon in the morning. So he'd grill it on his George Foreman, and then he stepped on. Oh, Michael Scott.
That's a good one. I don't know how nobody else mentioned the George Foreman. That's bonus. Who was that from?
Sorry. That was from Sean.
Sean, mark yourself down for 2 bonus points. Just put it in a little notebook somewhere. Reid Wilkins is in the nasty chat. Says, I also have a George Foreman grill. We haven't seen Weed for a while.
Good to see.
Good to have you posting again. All right. The oil, that's what we're doing. Finally, the oil understood for GCL Diesel. Well, we have a lot to talk about. It's presented by GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around. From turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors, they are the critical engine component experts. Proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years. Now a partner of Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show. GCL Diesel. Diesel! Understood. Okay. So the Mark Spector column from earlier this afternoon is suggesting that Darnell Nurse's days in Edmonton could be numbered. The headline is Darnell Nurse's time with Oilers running out. The first sentence is Darnell Nurse and the Edmonton Oilers are headed for a breakup. Now, that is a statement. That is not speculation. Look, we've talked about Spec's work at times at other points during the season. I know some of you like him, some of you don't like him. That's fine. But Spec would not report stuff that he thinks is false, right?
Right.
So he's stating that he has talked to people, obviously, who wanted to remain anonymous, who are telling him, well, here's what he wrote. Sources confirm that Oilers GM Stan Bowman will be speaking with Nurse in the coming days about his wishes. Conversations with several current and former employees all lead to the same place. The Oilers are ready and willing to trade Nurse as soon as they are able. They cannot do so currently. Darnell Nurse has a no-trade contract. Next offseason, Darnell Nurse will have a 10-team list of teams he would be willing to be traded to. So there could be a conversation, and there's been some suggestion that conversations like this may have already come up around the trade deadline. So Stan Bowman, Darnell Nurse, we could say, how are you feeling? Where are you at? I mean, Bowman could flat out say, I am going to trade you next summer.
Mm-hmm.
And Darnell could say, well, then I'll give you a 10-team list right now. That could happen, the way I understand it.
Right.
There'd be the agent involved or whatever.
Because
But yeah,
as of next year, his 10-team trade list opens up, right?
Right. He can't block those.
But so is that coming into play? Would that come into play now, do you think, Reid? Like where Stan Bowman would say, look, here's your teams that you said, okay.
Well, no, I don't think that list would exist yet. They give that list when it's active in the contract.
Okay, so but would they say, hey, give us some names of teams? Like, I guess what I'm asking
I think they'd have to find out that Nurse is open to a trade.
Sure. And then once they do, would they say, hey, give us your 10 teams. We'll work with you to try and put you in a place that you want to go.
No, here's the thing. The fact that Spec is reporting that there's going to be a meeting in the days to come leads me, if I can make an assumption here, and I want to state, everybody, I'm making an assumption. I'm trying to reach a logical conclusion, and I want to know what people think as well. But just the fact that there's a meeting would indicate to me that Nurse is open to this happening this summer. I mean, if Bowman says, hey, Darnell, let's get to, because the exit interviews happened a month ago or whenever. When were they out? May, whatever, right? Those happened. So if he wants to meet again, if Bowman says, Darnell, let's sit down and talk about your future with the organization, I think Nurse would be able to infer what that's about, and would, if Darnell didn't even, I mean, Darnell could just say, yeah, dude, like, I'm signed. You can't trade me. Leave me alone. But now, if just the fact that Darnell is willing to listen, apparently, would indicate to me that the fact that he's like, okay, if I'm going to move on, let's try to make this happen now. Well, maybe it's better for everybody.
And like you said, I mean, when Spec would write something, especially with a headline like that, right? Can you read the headline of that story again?
The headline is Darnell Nurse's time with the Oilers running out.
Okay. And I think in some point or some part of that, he said, looks like they're heading for a breakup.
First sentence.
Right. I don't think he would write that without knowing a little bit.
He wrote it very definitely. He didn't say this could be Now, I guess he could say, well, next summer is still a possibility, but it seems to me if this is being written now, he has enough to suggest that there's really something brewing here.
Okay, let me ask you this. Off the heels of a trade last year with Stu Skinner where Tristan Jarry came this way, Brent Kulak went that way, and Oilers fans got to move on from Skinner, got to get rid of Skinner. Not everybody, but I would say the majority of Edmonton Oilers fans wanted a change in net. Well, there it is. Tristan Jarry. Okay? Now, I would also say that that's been Darnell Nurse has been known as the whipping boy of this team for a long time. And mostly because of that contract that he had no control over.
Right.
Okay? Okay, you got to move Darnell Nurse out. You got to get rid of him. You got to get Darnell Nurse off the blue line. Okay? This is what you get out of that. Is it going to be a case where Stan Bowman has no option here? Like, can Stan Bowman actually come out and win this deal? Because if he doesn't win this, and then you're sitting here saying, well, you wanted to get rid of Darnell Nurse. Here you go. Yep. This is what you get in return. Like, this is a slippery slope for this management.
And like we were saying earlier, are they looking for a player, or are they just ditching it and they go get cap space? Maybe they retain a little bit and then they go and get other players. Because it seems to me if it's player for player, you're getting some other contract back that maybe another team isn't happy with. And why would then the Oilers be happy with that?
Right, but if you're also retaining $2 million of Darnell Nurse's contract, I mean, you go get a $5.25 million player, you're about even.
Right.
So is that a player, a $5 million defenseman, going to fill the void of Darnell Nurse?
And we don't really know how Darnell Nurse feels. We can guess, but we we don't know for sure. I mean, look, we know he's close with the two big guys, right? Or is he gonna say? So is he gonna say like, no, I got a job to do here. I got a job to do with two of my best friends. We are winning together. Or does he look at this and say, no, I got to do what's best for me? Or is he looking at this and saying, well, I don't know, Connor might leave, so maybe I just might as well go.
It's hard to say.
Big U, because right, Darnell has a 10-team no trade list, so that he'll have a 21-team trade list.
Right.
Sorry,
Okay.
I had that reversed. But anyway, yeah, he will have a list of teams. So Costura says it's going to be a loss. It's a matter of how big a loss. They will have to pair a first to move Nurse. Supersized Indiana Jones. That's Big Uke, isn't it? Isn't that his alter ego?
Maybe it's back on for the CFL season.
Says, I think Nurse had more value in a trade than some think. Well, here's the thing. Like, he is by far from a terrible NHL player.
Sure.
And what do I always say when people say, Reid, this coach? I say, yeah, every coach did it. So either you believe every Oilers coach is an idiot, or maybe there's some value to this player. All the Oilers coaches have played Nurse as a top 4 defenseman. Some even as a top pairing defenseman. I mean, and really he was till they got Ekholm, correct? I mean, he was him and Ceci before they brought Ekholm in. Were the top pairing that season. So, yeah, you don't want to give him away. Like there's value to what he does. I mean, he is big. He can be mean. You know, he can hit and block shots. He can
What do
kill
you mean
penalties.
you don't just want to give him away? Isn't that the point? Is to get that contract off the books?
So you think that the trade itself is going to be a giveaway, and then they just it's just for money. It's just for cap space.
I think that's what
management
would want.
No? Bowman better have a plan of who he's targeting.
That's what I was saying. That's what I'm saying. Like I mean, okay, other defensemen that are making around Darnell Nurse, Roman Josi, Adam Fox, Charlie McAvoy, Noah Dobson, Seth Jones. I mean, Zach Werenski's at 9.58. Jacob Chikrin, Luke Hughes.
All really good.
Excellent. Darnell Nurse does not fit in that category. I get it. Yeah, sure, there's a trade value for him, but it's not as at that valuation. Right?
Right. Oh, yeah. You're not trading him for one of those players.
Well, no, and
certainly.
Sure, there's value to anybody, but at what cost to the Oilers?
Well, then how much are you retaining? Like, you can't retain probably more than a couple million to really make it worthwhile. This is going to be interesting. I mean, but like I was saying earlier in the show, are we seeing? I'll put it this way: the Oilers need a renovation. They have to be careful it doesn't turn into a demolition.
Ooh, that's deep. I know what you're saying.
The roster probably needs a tidy renovation, but you got to be careful you don't demolish it in the process. Because you can argue Bowman's already on the way to doing that now, and this is a huge year for Stan Bowman, because if it doesn't go well, he's gone. He's fired, right? Like he's tried to bring in a new goalie. He's tried to bring in some depth guys. Most of them haven't been great. We'll see what happens with maybe the guys they got from Chicago being re-signed. But I mean, Bowman's basically said, no. Like he took some blame for the goalie trade. I think he said, that part of that was on me, whatever. But he's fired Chris Knobloch, and we went through it that day. I mean, like a lot of people in the industry, they're careful what they say, but he was pretty critical of Knobloch once we start breaking that down. We didn't have an identity. We didn't have a foundation, So he's basically said, no. These guys can all play better with a different coach. And now he's saying, well, maybe I can move on from Darnell Nurse and all this other stuff.
Poopstain says there are teams that will take Nurse in his contract. It just might take a sweetener, but I don't think Stanley Jackson should retain salary. This one comes in from An unnamed textor. Looks like a BC number. Says, I don't think you can win a Nurse trade. Might as well just hang on to him. He says he's overpaid, not useless.
And that is fair. I mean, he's not 9.25. Okay, but I get it. I mean, everybody I talked to said he was probably not getting a contract with a number less than an 8 because of what he'd been through with other deals and what was happening that summer. But I mean, with the cap going up, I mean, what are they? I've seen some speculation with Dickinson that he's like going to might get a $5 million. Like that's almost as much as Nuge and Hyman. NASCAR Nolan says, even the Ekholm contract is brutal. He's ancient. That's a concern for me. I would agree with that. And look, everybody respects Ekholm. He's been great. 3 more years of Ekholm. Because this year there were times where it was like, there were times you're like, oh yeah, there's Ekholm. There were other times where you're like, I don't know. Yeah, this is a tense time for the organization. And then you have the whole specter of, no pun intended, not to say the other specter, not the Mark Specter, of McDavid possibly leaving,
Sure.
Because I see it. Like I was on YouTube last night and some video gets recommended to me, What an embarrassment. The Oilers wasted 10 years of McDavid. And that's what we were talking about. Was it last week or the week before? I said, if you're an Oilers fan, don't you want the Oilers to win the cup with or without McDavid? And a lot of people wrote in and said, of course, Reid, but if you draft a player of that caliber, you're supposed to win a cup. Like Pittsburgh did, like Washington did, like the Leafs did with Matthews. Oh, sorry, that was a bad example. Zulu says, Ekholm was plus 32 last year with 41 points. Well, that's also very well said. But I think what Nolan meant was having Ekholm for 3 more seasons, moving forward. And I do think he did have some tough spells. Oh, it's fun talking about this, isn't it? Look at all the speculation.
Look at us on June 4th,
Elks season, Oilers off season. You gotta love covering sports in this city. At least with the Elks, you have the clean slate of what's ahead. With the Oilers, you're still dealing with
for now
the bad stuff. I mean, the bad stuff from the Elks last season is kind of forgotten for the time being, and now we're looking ahead. For the Oilers, it's still like, oh yeah, but just all this crap just happened. 780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Tap 25 has that incredible $21.99 prime rib special available 7 days a week, except show nights from 11:30 in the morning to 11 at night. It is available for dine-in and takeout. All right, words of the day coming up. We'll get more of your feedback as well. Here comes the Coop.
Sportsnet has reported that Oilers general manager Stan Bowman is set to meet with Darnell Nurse regarding his future with the club. Elsewhere, multiple sources have reported that longtime Red Wings captain Dylan Larkin has recently requested a trade from Detroit. It's Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Final out in Raleigh, Carolina. The Hurricanes challenge the Golden Knights. Vegas looking to take a 2-0 series lead. Back home, puck drop goes at 6 o'clock. In Day 3 Elks injury report, Joe Robustelli, Brett Boyko have each been ruled out for the team's season opener against the Redblacks this Saturday. Robustelli with a hamstring injury. Boyko with a hand issue. The CFL season kicks off from Hamilton. Davis Alexander starting for Montreal. It's Bo Levi Mitchell in for the Ticats. Kickoff goes momentarily, but no Winton McManus for the Ticats. He's out with a knee issue. And Montreal running back Stevie Scott is sidelined with a hamstring ailment. To baseball, the Jays and Braves are underway and runless bottom first inning. Mason Flaherty on the mound for Toronto. Runner on first there for Atlanta. 2 outs for the Braves. Over in soccer news, Maxime Crepeau has been named as Canada's starting goalkeeper for the World Cup. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and surrounding areas since '93. They have doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, they have plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff at Windsor Plywood. Leduc. The show continues here after the break on Edmonton Sports Talk. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
One shopper. Finding something I never knew I needed. A jacket. A deal. One donor. Letting go of something so someone else can move forward.
One program participant.
Learning.
Trying.
Building skills.
Building confidence.
Building a future.
One purchase. One donation.
One job. One choice.
Goodwill is
The power of one. The power of one. The power of one.
The power of one.
Goodwill Industries of Alberta. It all starts with one.
The oil stream.
I think this will be a rare case within the NHL in the next few years where you see a good trade that benefits both teams. That's where I'm leaning towards still, because I know as an Oilers, Oilers fans right now, they're looking at this, and it's all the uproar on Twitter right now is how do you let this happen? I still am big on Ike Howard.
The oil stream presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
When you bet with Play Alberta, you give back to Alberta. That's because it's the only app in the province that puts all revenue directly back into supporting programs and services that Albertans rely on every day. So next time you place a wager on your favorite team, know that you're also making a difference across the province through Alberta's General Revenue Fund. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus. If you gamble, use your game sense.
It's the weekend. The sun is out, and everyone, yes, even the kids, are bored. Bring them to the Canadian Brewhouse. Our patios have games to keep the whole family going. Rooftop views, real turf to run around on, and misters for when the summer gets serious. Oh, and we've still got the game on. Always. All day, all weekend, all summer. The Canadian Brewhouse, Canada's best patios.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know. Well, Jason Milne has used the clicker and changed the channel. Switching over to the CFL game. They're about to kick off. Montreal at Hamilton to get the season going. So that Elks game, 5 o'clock on Saturday in Ottawa against the Redblacks. So the green and gold kickoff show with, how's it on the logo? With Matt and Milne? Is that how it's positioned?
Maddie and Milne.
Maddie and Milne?
Yeah.
That's what it had, because it's on the wall out there. For William Huff wrapped it.
Yeah.
So that's at 4 o'clock.
It can go on here too.
Oh.
We're super high tech around here.
Who put it up so we can see
put it up on the thing.
Put up
Maddie
the Maddie and Milne thing. So 4 o'clock Saturday, leading into the game. The game's at 5, and then they're on right after the game for the green and gold post-game show to break it down. Oh, we're seeing everything. Look at this. We're changing it. If you're on YouTube. Oh, yeah, it's with Matt and Milne.
Matt and Milne.
So the green and gold kickoff show. Now, you don't have both those up at the same time, do you?
We certainly do not.
Yeah.
Maybe we do.
That looks great.
I haven't looked at
the single bar helmet, old Dave Cutler.
Yeah, the old Saskatoon Hilltops Rod Jansen special.
Do you know him?
Yeah, he played against him. I played against a guy with the single bar.
Did you hit him?
He could explode the football.
Explode?
Yes. He had an explosive leg. Honestly, he would send moonshots.
By the way, give us a thumbs up on YouTube if you haven't already.
That is a fantastic looking logo. All right, you better put it back.
Yeah, put it back. Canadian Brewhouse. By the way, Canadian Brewhouse Wing Flavor of the Month. We got a lot of stuff to talk about here. Canadian Brewhouse Wing Flavor of the Month. We had them yesterday. 24 hours ago, we were just cleaning up with our wet naps. The June Flavor of the Month, Maui Pineapple. Flame grilled wings tossed in a sweet and tropical Maui pineapple sauce. They're very, very good.
Lovely.
We enjoyed them yesterday. Great flavor. Again, like nothing... They're not like overly saucy. They're not like too sweet. They're just in a great, they're in a sweet spot. And you can also get them when you order on Skip the Dishes too, right? So if you want to try them at home, that's great. Or get out and watch a playoff game, the NBA Finals, Stanley Cup Final, Elks, Blue Jays, whatever you want to watch, you can take it in at the Canadian Brewhouse. Portions of this hour presented by Lamley's, built for the job, made with quality craftsmanship and designed for job protection with cowboy-worthy durability. Lamley's workwear combines safety with all-day comfort, featuring brands like Ariat Work and Wrangler Rigs, designed to withstand tough conditions and deliver performance across every job site. Visit lamleys.com/work to see how Lamley's can make your workday better.
LAMMLES.
All right, 780-218-9999, River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Anything else you want to get to?
Leon's body language says you might not have to retain on Nurse.
Okay.
His salary is less of an issue than most people here make it out to be. It's less than 9% of next year's cap. Look at recent UFA defensemen, and they're around 8 to 9% for similar quality that Nurse gives. Montour, Orlov, Klingberg are examples. Given the lack of quality UFA defensemen this year, that would bode well for the Oilers.
That's an interesting point. You want to sign a guy, or do you want the last 4 years left? Yeah, that's another way to look at it. And again, he does not have zero value. Like, for all the Nurse haters out there, he is not a useless player.
Nobody's saying that, but
I've heard people say that.
Well, I'm certainly not. You're not.
No, we aren't.
But the general sentiment is that if this was just a buy, nothing in just Darnell Nurse leaving, that there would be retention. Is that not what you think?
Right. So Leon's body language is suggesting maybe not.
You may not have to, is what he's suggesting. I mean, that would be a bonus.
Breaking news, the Canadian Football League season is underway.
It has officially kicked off, Reid.
Imagine that. 30 degrees in Hamilton.
Huge special teams tackle by somebody that probably played U Sports last year.
I bet you this is a muggy one in Hamilton.
Oh, it's muggy.
Down there in Southern Ontario.
They're sweating every which way, Reid.
I remember, this would have almost been, when did LA play the Devils in the final? Was that 14? Anyway, I was in Ontario visiting my cousins, and I was watching the game at their parents, my aunt and uncle's, and I just couldn't wait for it to end. Like, I felt like my head was inside a wet cardboard box. Like, you know that feeling? Like, I can't take the humidity down there. First play from scrimmage from the season is a first down for Hamilton. Bo Levi to Smith. I don't know which Smith this is. All right. We're off and running, baby.
Now, I wonder if I go to my fantasy as Bo Levi.
Oh, yeah. Are we getting points already?
Is my quarterback. Let's go to matchups. Let's see. Do I get a quarterback? Do I get a point for that?
Or partial points, right? Because I think every 25 yards is a full point for passing. Oh, Bo Levi wants it all here. He's going down the field to Lawler. That's PI, isn't it?
Pretty much got tackled, but not the way that official saw it. Maybe it was one of these.
Maybe it was a...
You know what that is?
Overthrown or uncatchable. I don't think this was. Yeah, this was a straight. Was this the go route?
Yeah, this is a go.
He's just sprinting down the field. Okay, let's watch on the replay here. I don't know if that is PI. I mean,
what do you mean? What part about that is not PI? But you can't run into the guy.
Oh yeah, that looks bad. Okay,
you can't impede him from coming back
first. But the ball's down the field.
That doesn't matter. It wasn't grossly overthrown. That should be a penalty.
Coach is challenged. Milanovic is not happy.
That is terrible.
So second play from scrimmage.
Pass interference.
The doc. Okay, I got my years wrong. Sorry. New Jersey, LA was 2012. Doc says got married in Toronto the day before. Outside, sweatiest I've ever been. Thank you for confirming my memories, the doc.
Yeah, it's just that different.
Sweat. That'll be my autobiography.
I played in the East-West Bowl out there.
Oh, yeah,
but
that's PI. Yeah, that's PI.
But that was in May. So it wouldn't have been that hot there.
Muggy.
End of May.
Yeah, that's PI.
Yeah.
You gotta
literally.
Now, if he turns around,
and then
he shoulders him,
but he faked. He didn't turn around.
And then when you see it, plus he kind of has the arm bar across the head.
It's egregious.
Yeah, Lawler's kind of like, what's going on, dude? All right. Let's see what they call.
Yeah, well, that sucks for my fantasy because do I get the points for that? Pass interference?
Who did you? Somebody suggested that PI yards should count as receiving yards. I've heard that suggested.
Yeah, maybe me.
Because the receiver did earn the yards, right? Like if I beat a guy and he tackles me and it's 40 yards down the field,
well,
it's like, I did my job as a receiver. I made an explosive play or I gained a lot of yardage.
I like that the tabbies are going with the black, not that gray they were trying to do.
Oh yeah, and they got the yellow pants on. All right. It is pass interference. Okay. So Hamilton gets a first down. Oh, this is great. Watching football, following baseball, watching hockey tonight. Well, I'm going to anyway. It'll be awesome. 780-218-9999 River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. If you have not yet given us a thumbs up on YouTube, please do so here in the final 12 minutes of the show. Coob with an update, and then we'll do the words of the day for the Edmonton Public Library.
News, Sportsnet has reported that Edmonton general manager Stan Bowman is set to meet with Darnell Nurse regarding his future with the club, and according to multiple sources, longtime Detroit captain Dylan Larkin has recently requested a trade from the Red Wings. Ice level, it's Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Final from Raleigh. Hurricanes Golden Knights drop the puck at 6 o'clock. Vegas looking to take a 2-0 series lead. In Day 3, Elks injury report, Joe Robustelli, Brett Boyko have each been ruled out for the team's season opener against the Redblacks this Saturday. Robustelli with a hamstring issue, Boyko out with a hand ailment. And right now, CFL action. Opening day of the season, Alouettes and the Ticats in action. They're scoreless, 125 into the contest. Over in baseball, the Jays and Braves are closing out their series midway through the second. It's a runless game. Atlanta next up to bat. And around the majors, just one other game live. Zeros across the board between the Royals and Twins, top of the first. Over in soccer news, Maxime Crépeau, he's been named as Canada's starting goalkeeper for the World Cup. Canada opens the tournament next Friday, challenging Bosnia and Herzegovina. This sports update is brought to you by the Edmonton Elks. It doesn't start on game day. It starts before kickoff. Get your single game tickets today and be there for every hit, catch, and touchdown. Lock in your seats now at goelks.com/tickets. Words of the day up next for the Edmonton Public Library. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
Afternoons.
Are you surprised this story is out?
No, because it was Oilers that leaked the whole Cassidy thing. It's surprising to me that we're even hearing about it. So obviously someone, if Speck's writing it, they've leaked this.
Yes.
The Oilers have put pressure on Nurse to say, well, geez, these guys, they don't want me here.
How's that going to sit with the core of this team?
EST Afternoons, weekday afternoons 1 to 3, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
River Cree Resort and Casino and K97 proudly present Prism and Aldanova. May 29th in the venue. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching the button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Your brand deserves more than just a whisper, it deserves a buzz. At the Hive Product Marketing, they specialize in promotional products that bring the buzz. From eye-catching giveaways to unforgettable keepsakes, they got the perfect products to make your brand stand out and get noticed. Visit the Hive Product Marketing and let them create the buzz your business deserves. The Hive Product Marketing, the official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Visit them online at thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
We have points. What happened?
Hamilton. Quarterback sneak touchdown. The Tabbies, Jake Dolegala. Word of the day, Reid. Dolegala.
Dolegalla.
Dolegala.
Oh, there's only one L in both occasions. Okay. All right. Was he on? No, who was Saskatchewan's kicker? Lowther? That wasn't very good? Is he still there?
I don't think he is.
780-218-9999, River Cree Resort and Casino Inbox. Tomorrow, we'll talk about Game 2 of the Cup Final. We got Game 2 of the NBA Finals tomorrow. I think Jed Roberts is going to hop on tomorrow. Athlete of the Week.
It's Friday. Hey, can't believe
Should
it's already
be,
Friday.
I'm just booking now. Likely someone from the world of golf, which will be fun.
Fun.
So we'll see where we go with that. We always love doing the show. This is a true pleasure. Our words of the day for the Edmonton Public Library. Your free EPL library card can do more than you might expect. From books, movies, and video games to digital resources, creative spaces, and learning opportunities, there's something for everyone across Edmonton. Sign up online at epl.ca/signup or visit any of EPL's 21 locations to get started today.
The word of the day with Reid and Jay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
What do they got to say?
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you.
Let's find out.
English, do you speak it? Then you know what I'm saying.
All right, Reid, your first word of the day. Unctuous. Unctuous.
That's what Benny calls us, that we're unks. Unctuous. 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 All right. Now I have to think. Unctuous. I'm going to say,
it's an adjective.
Yeah, is this someone with a disagreeable comportment?
No.
Okay. Then I need
Say what you said again.
Is this someone with a disagreeable comportment?
No.
I don't know. I feel like this is a word I've looked up at some point, but I don't remember what it means.
The mayor's unctuous assistant was making the rounds at the fundraiser, chatting up those known to have the biggest bank accounts.
Someone who's like pleasant but has an ulterior motive. Oh, I got it. I got a half point.
I think so. So it's undergone change in recent years. So it now often describes food that is fatty and oily, especially in a pleasing way. Yeah. Formerly, it was more typically applied as a formal adjective describing someone who is figuratively oily. That is overly or insincerely flattering.
Okay.
So you were there.
So I kind of said that, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, second word of the day. Where do I go here? Palatable.
Seriously?
Bruh, I just get what I get.
Palatable? Who are these from?
My normal source.
Palatable. Palatable. Which means something that you can find sort of acceptable or digestible, or enticing, I guess. Like I found the new Def Leppard album palatable. Whoa, Get a major drum roll for that one. I'm truly special.
You are special. That's true. 3.5 out of 4, Reid.
What? The way you said it made me sound like
I'm sorry.
Like maybe I'm not that special.
No, you
or
were
I'm not
very special.
Am I unctuous?
No, not at all. You're quite palatable.
Well, see, there you go. I like that. So 3.5 out of 4. I did pretty good.
McDiesel, who's taking game 2, boys? I have a hard time picking anybody other than Vegas.
I guess
right
since
now.
I said Vegas in 7 and it's 1-0 Vegas, and if it's going to go 7, that would suggest Carolina would bounce back with a win tonight. Though that I didn't hear.
Vegas just didn't stop last game.
Did Bruce Boudreau? Because he was on the morning show before I was, but I missed his hit. But they were saying that he thinks Vegas has it. That they're just he said they're too good. That they're going to take him to him.
Could be.
We'll find out.
I guess
tonight.
we'll find out.
Lots to watch tonight. Football games on. Jays are playing Stanley Cup Final. It's going to be a fun evening watching sports for sure. We're back tomorrow with Jed Roberts getting you ready for the Elks season and who knows what else. On behalf of Zachary Kubish and Jason Milne, I'm Reid Wilkins. Take care.